Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to night one of Summerslam. It is a two-night extravaganza, and it's the biggest party of the summer as this. It's WWE 2K26 Universe Mode, episode 88. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to beautiful East Rutherford, New Jersey, live from MetLife Stadium. Welcome to SummerSlam. What a show it is going to be right here on KO Productions. An action-packed event. This is night one of the two-night extravaganza. We have got 8 huge matches to get into. Let's waste no further time and get straight into the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams to be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the
And there you heard the rules. Tonight we're kicking it off in the old WCW Fall Brawl Arena. As this was taped ahead of schedule earlier on this week, we're going to see it's a kick-off SummerSlam. 4-on-4, War Games winner take all.
Canada, weighing in at 242 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens.
The Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens, last year at SummerSlam, fell short in singles competition to Undisputed Era leader Adam Cole. Baby, tonight, he and Cole go at it again, but this time it's inside War Games, and Cole might not even be the man to start with KO, but the Intercontinental Champion handing his title over to the official Eddie Orango. Starting off War Games for his team, as tonight he is teaming for one night only with the Judgment Day, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest and JD McDonough, alongside Finn Balor, the man that earned the advantage for this team going into War Games. Of course, it is winner take all. It is for Kevin Owens' Intercontinental Championship, as well as Damian Priest and JD McDonough's WWE Tag Team Gold. But let's see who Kevin Owens is going to be starting this War Games match off with, as the other 3 men will be locked in their respective shark cages. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, and it is this man, Kyle O'Reilly.
British Columbia, weighing in at 228 pounds, Kyle O'Reilly.
Well, many say the MVP of the Judgment Day, Kyle O'Reilly. Of the Undisputed Era, excuse me. He has defeated a member of the Judgment Day in the past. It was in the first round of the WWE World Cup Tournament, which O'Reilly took part of, representing Canada, knocked out Irish H.G.D. McDonough of Ireland, of course, of the Judgment Day as well. Can Kyle O'Reilly get past more Judgment Day members, and maybe even the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens as well? He did lose out to Finn Balor in that advantage match, but a great showing from Kyle is making him start here tonight against Kevin Owens. Maybe that's his punishment from Adam Cole. Gonna have to weather the storm and get this one started. Nonetheless, the bell has been rung. Here we go. War Games is officially getting started for the first time this series, second time on the entirety of this series. We've done one in the 2K24 Universe season last year, but it's the first of this season. As Owens, nice splash in the corner, double ring the cage of the WCW arena, as of course the host of this matchup. Here to kick off SummerSlam is Owens. That's gonna launch him into the cage. My goodness. Remember, folks, what a boot. No pinfalls, no submission until all 8 men have been entered into the War Game structure. So you can just beat the hell out of your opponents for as long as you damn want. You can't win until everybody's in there. It's Kyle O'Reilly now going to send Owens into the cage. Owens to his feet. Is he not criminal champion with an 8-best chop forearm on Kyle O'Reilly? He wants his revenge on the Undisputed Era, and he'll take his aggression out on O'Reilly to do so. As Owens sends Kyle into the cage. Kyle walking into his second defence, the Intercontinental Championship tonight. This is not like any other defence for Owens. As of course, Adam Cole will probably be the man to regain the Intercontinental Championship, whereas Fish and O'Reilly will be having the WWE Tag Titles of the Undisputed Era to one, as these two men are now spilling in to the opposite ring here. O'Reilly up and down, nice kick in a row, roundhouse kick. Kyle O'Reilly had a great matchup with Rusev as well in the WWE World Cup tournament. That is where he got eliminated in the second round, the round of 16. Rusev advancing no further than after that, as Reeves eliminated by eventual winner Ilya Dragunov. We saw last night in NXT become your new NXT champion at the Great American Bash. Replay available there if you haven't already seen it. But Kevin Owens now busting Kyle O'Reilly open, I believe, with that DDT. And now, in about 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, a member of the Judgment Day will be entering the case to give Kevin Owens a little hand after Finn Balor secured the advantage for the Undisputed Era. So the cage has been open. We'll see who is coming out. And that is the Irish Ace, JD McDonough, circling around the outside of the ring. And now going to get some weapons, as they are legal. There is no disqualifications, of course, no countouts. There's no way to get out. You're trapped inside the cage if you try and escape. It results in a forfeit for your team, as Owens now going to take O'Reilly out in the corner. And look at this, the KO cannonball by the prize fighter. I see Champ looking good as McDonough continues to fill the ring up with weapons. I believe he's brought him a light too, but kendo stick. What the hell else is he going to bring out? As O'Reilly now bring the fight back to Owens on the opposite side of the ring. As another light tuber kendo stick brought in by JD McDonough. As now McDonough finally comes back into the ring. O'Reilly now, big forearm, and now it's JD wanting his revenge against Kyle O'Reilly from the World Cup tournament. But O'Reilly now with a springboard moonsault after rocking JD McDonough, catching Owens that time. But now it's JD grabbing O'Reilly in a big back elbow. This is where the numbers game will not be on the Undisputed Era side, ladies and gentlemen. It's JD McDonough and Kevin Owens now going to have to be a united front against Kyle O'Reilly 2-on-1. It's Kevin Owens just loving what he's seeing here, but Kyle O'Reilly comes back into O'Reilly fighting back with JD here. Like Kyle O'Reilly with the Northern Lights suplex, as now Kevin Owens grabs him from behind. Owens got the leg, turns him round and dropping O'Reilly right in his neck. And O'Reilly would be good for the pick and right here to go for a cover, but you can't get the win until all 8 men have entered War Games. It's JD softening up the legs of Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle is down and out as Owens gonna get a weapon. That is a stop sign he's got in his hand. Kevin Owens with a stop sign as JD McDonough once again continuing his damage on a Kyle O'Reilly face first that time off that drop toe. In about 5 seconds, Kyle O'Reilly's gonna get a helping hand as an Undisputed Era member is gonna come out and try and make the save. The puck kick by O'Reilly connecting that time, and JD with a backbreaker. Oh man, JD, that tilts a low backbreaker, but I believe that is Bobby Fish, the long-time tag partner of Kyle O'Reilly, the man that O'Reilly held the WWE Tag Titles for last season for an impressive 370 days, the longest reign we have seen in this entire season. But now Fish is in, and he's got a weapon in hand. I believe that is a light tube he has in his hand, and he's going to smash it against Kevin Owens right across the back, and O'Reilly with a shot to him, and now Bobby Fish going at it, and O'Reilly, oh but wait a minute, there's the stop sign from McDonough and Fish, and now it's 2-on-2 or even for the moment. It's Fish and O'Reilly now. Simultaneous strikes on both opponents. Fish, springboard, nice kick. O'Reilly stop sign over the skull, the Intercontinental Champion Owens. And this is the Undisputed Era fighting back in this one now. Kevin Owens, I believe, been busted wide open. O'Reilly at the corner with a springboard moonsault. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish now impressing, as they have in the past, as they have been WWE Tag Champs for a considerable amount of time. They tried to become 2-time Tag Champs at Bad Blood against McDonough and Priest for the tag gold. Fell short on that night. Can they get the win tonight? At SummerSlam, the kick is off in this WCW War Games Full Brawl Arena. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly get those stick in hand, and they went all the way from the other side of the ring to get it. JD with a shoulder breaker on Bobby Fish, and a JD McDonough inadvertently knocking down his partner for this matchup, Kevin Owens. McDonough sends Fish off the ropes and another drop toe hold. Now it's O'Reilly, kendo stick on Owens. Owens to his feet, counters that back boot by KO. And it was Owens at the corner, and Owens now! Taking him out, Bobby Fish taking out JT as well. As Owens off that springboard shot in the corner, stops in and hand, they're going to hit Kyle O'Reilly with his McDonough, and Fish go back and forth, rolling into the other ring now. And now in about 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, another Judgment Day counterpart is going to enter the structure as Fish taking down McDonough. This is going to be 3-on-2 for Team Judgment Day. Kevin Owens kendo stick breaking it over the back of the head of Kyle O'Reilly as Fish and McDonough continue to keep fighting here as I believe that's Damian Priest, it is, the Archer of Infamy. The other half of the tag team champions alongside JD McDonough has entered, or well, is about to enter, but he's getting away, but it's Bobby Fish, a nice kick that time. Onto JD McDonough going after the legs, McDonough able to counter it. As O'Reilly and Owens go back and forth, axe kick that time. Look at JD, wait a minute, headbutt, double inside on Bobby Fish. Oh man, look at this, a table been brought into the equation, and a powerbomb by Owens on O'Reilly. With Damian Priest bringing a table into the ring. Kevin Owens, frog splash off the top rope, and now Priest finally enters. Priest now in the cage, and it's 3-on-2, and it's JD McDonough, Damian Priest and Kevin Owens who is climbing the top of the War Games cage versus just Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the time being. Fish though fighting back against JD McDonough on the other side of the cage here, and a nice drop kick. There's O'Reilly and Priest fighting back. O'Reilly able to take him down. Owens is still at the top of the cage. And if it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly, going to try and fight him out down from up there. Oh, but there's Damian Priest with a shot on O'Reilly. And oh, look at that, Owens knocking O'Reilly off. Damian Priest now climbing up. Look at this. Kevin Owens off the top of the cage. Look at this here. He's going to fly and take it. O'Reilly is. Oh, man, and Priest still going back after him. Look at this JD McDonough now. He found his carry roll through driver on to the infamous Bobby Fish. Sends him into the corner there. What's he thinking? Damian Priest with a damn stop sign over Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly's been decimated, but in about 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to get a lot of help. It's going to be 3-on-3 for the Undisputed Era. Get some company in this matchup as JD, that time with the Avalanche Spanish Fly, onto Bobby Fish off the top. Priest now turns his attention, turns his attention to Kyle O'Reilly for a powerbomb. McDonough double inside again, onto Fish. Oh well, here comes Roddy Strong, the Messiah and the backbreaker for the Undisputed Era. Not a lot of matches this season, only one, and it resulted in a loss of Kyle O'Reilly, a combination offense that time on Kevin Owens on the other side of the ring. Or the other ring rather, as O'Reilly now comes back in to the much crowded ring. Kevin Owens the only man in the other one. Goodness, so much carnage going on right here. As Kyle O'Reilly has a table in hand and launches it into the ring which Kevin Owens is in. Oh, well, this can't be good. The Undisputed Era is now Kyle O'Reilly and Kevin Owens. And the ring here, that's the table from Owens right upside the skull of O'Reilly. Like struck O'Reilly, the count of the elbow, Bobby Fish down and out, and now Kyle O'Reilly, a flyer of offense, the accent smash on Owens. My goodness, JD. Roddy Strong going on it. Crazy battle is right now, Kyle O'Reilly. Sending Kevin Owens onto the table. Oh goodness, Owens going to go through the table. A flapjack and Owens sent packing from O'Reilly. And a stop sight for a good measure by Bobby Fish. Oh, look at that. Next backstabber by Roddy Strong. We'll call him a silent backbreaker for nothing. But Roddy now fighting back here. Look at that against Damian Priest. My goodness, what action. Is Kyle O'Reilly going after JD, trying to beat him again. He's done that before. There's Priest with south of head and choke slamming at Roddy Strong. Fish now continues to batter Kevin Owens on the far ring. Damian Priest waiting for O'Reilly to get to his feet by the looks of it. Is now Bobby Fish up the top, elects to do nothing. And now it's going to be the final Judgment Day member to join the equation here. Is Kyle O'Reilly on? Almost getting taken out by JD, but JD getting taken out nonetheless. And now here comes Finn Balor. And look at that, Priest. The Razor's Edge on a Roddy Strong. Bobby up the middle rope, taking down Kevin Owens. As Finn Balor now enters the cage. Balor the man. The leader of the Judgment Day, some would say. Oh my goodness, poison runner by JD McDonough. Kendo sticking up from Balor, hitting both O'Reilly and Roddy Strong with it. He beat Kyle O'Reilly to gain the advantage for the Judgment Day. He's going out of here as so much blood has been dropped in this matchup. Priest battering the hell out of Bobby Fish as Kevin Owens is looking on. And Owens grabs Fish, and Owens going to drop him here as he starts the match with Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly stunned in the other corner here. Let's look at that, what a clothesline. My goodness, by Finn Balor and O'Reilly. Kevin Owens now enters the other cage. Damian Priest continues with a pin lead. The ambush. But look at it again here. JD McDonough. Oh my goodness, another Spanish fly, this time on Roddy Strong. Holy hell, is Fish getting decimated on the other side by Balor and Priest. Even Owens is down. O'Reilly picking up JD McDonough. What a forearm shot. And Kyle heads up to the top rope. What's O'Reilly thinking here on JD McDonough? And a big knee moving in the way. Oh goodness, he's done that knee drop before his Finn Balor, I believe, a sling blade off Fish with a kick up to the top of the head on Damian Priest. O'Reilly and Owens going at it. JD McDonough going after Bobby Fish. Damian Priest now. Oh, wait a minute. That's Roderick Strong. It's Bobby Fish who's getting hoisted up for a razor's edge. There's Damian Priest and he nails it. Oh man, so much action. Kyle O'Reilly on the top. As is JD McDonough. Both men swinging for the fences here on the top of the cage. Big shot by O'Reilly. Both men drops down. Oh, JD, double inside on O'Reilly. Oh, Bobby Fish with a kick on Damian Priest. And Balor with a sling blade. And here comes the final one of the matchup. Adam Cole, baby. Fish hooked the looks. Knee bar on Finn Balor. Even if Finn does tap, it's not going to count the matchup, can it? Until Adam Cole is in the ring. The leader of the Undisputed Era, the former Intercontinental Champion, looking to regain his title in this winner-take-all War Games match. Roddy Strong with a gutbuster on a JD McDonough off the ropes and a sick kick. As always, DDT O'Reilly. Bobby Fish getting battered. 1916 DDT by Finn Balor. So much offense, always with a package set-out driver on Kyle O'Reilly. And Owens springboard out the corner. Adam Cole not entered the ring just yet. He is getting weapons, including another table. A second table been brought into the ring here. On this War Games matchup, the kick off on Summerslam Saturday, Priest goes line. And here comes Cole. And you heard the announcement. War Games begin. My goodness, so much blood. Cole is in, going after the man that took his Intercontinental title from him. Bad blood and a trouble threat, including Finn Balor. That being Kevin Owens. Oh, but right now it's Kyle O'Reilly, it's Adam Cole, it's Kevin Owens on the one ring, and it's the 5 other men on the other one. As Kevin Owens trying to overcome a 2-on-1 advantage or disadvantage here against the Undisputed Era. Oh, what a super kick, the table out the hand, but Cole gonna hit him over the head with a table. Look, that's on the inside. Oh, sorry, the other ring. Roderick Strong sending Damian Priest for a loop that time. Finn Balor off the ropes and a drop kick on a Bobby Fish. Look, that's Roderick Strong end up heartache on JD McDonough. My goodness, and Cole and Owens continue to brawl and fight in the corner. O'Reilly kicks Owens in the corner. Went for it again. Owens able to counter it. Oh, Damian Priest off the top with a splash. Balor could have grass on Bobby Fish. You can pin it in this matchup anytime you want, pin. Go for that cover, put him away. Adam Cole, Kevin Owens fighting out the corner. Damian Priest not able to do that shot. Roderick Strong, half into a backbreaker on a JD McDonough. McDonough's back, gonna be in a wall of the heart. Owens says Cole on the table, big elbow. From Adam Cole, gonna counter it. Kevin Owens already been put through one table. He doesn't want to get put through another one. Clothesline on the counter. My goodness, and O'Reilly fights back with Owens. Owens keeps fighting back. And a 2-on-1 disadvantage for what Cole. Springboard move on the way of Owens. Priest, South Island choke slam on Roderick Strong. JD gets sent into the other ring. The cover broken up by Bobby Fish. Priest want a way to put away Strong. Balor, look at that! Nice elbow of the inverted DDT. And watch Adam Cole. Kevin Owens going to get put through his second table in a matchup here. And well, my goodness, a suplex through that table by Cole. But Cole not going for a cover. Priest breaking up the cover from Roderick Strong on Finn Balor. My goodness, and Bobby Fish, Priest, Balor is Strong on the one ring. Owens, O'Reilly, Cole, and McDonough on the other one. There's Adam Cole, look at that, taking out JT. Priest taking out Fish, Strong and Balor. There's a stunner by Owens on Cole. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down. Only one kick out from Adam Cole. Cole, the freshest man in this matchup, taken out immediately by their Damien Priest, elevated flatline over Roderick Strong. McDonough with a late tube shot to the knee of O'Reilly, and it's over. JT McDonough in a sudden way, getting the pin on Kyle O'Reilly. Getting his win back from the loss in the WWE World Cup tournament that McDonough suffered. Too cool Kyle of the UE, meaning Kevin Owens and McDonough and Priest retain respectively their Intercontinental and WWE Tag Team Championships. What a way to kick us off. What a stunning end, but he late took to the knee of O'Reilly. That would be enough to keep you down for the 3 count. Great matchup, as it looked like Cole was going to put away Owens when he put him through that table. Nonetheless, congratulations going out to the Judgment Day and honorary man for the night, KO. On our way to kick us off tonight at SummerSlam. Big thank you to the WCW crew for what's left of it, at least. But let's use this old school arena for the cage tonight. But let's get on to the actual proceedings inside MetLife Stadium, because coming up tonight in your main event of night 1, the WWE Undisputed Gold on the line, the former Universal Champion, the inaugural one, AJ Styles, battles champion Daniel Bryan later on tonight. But up right now next, it is for Cody Rhodes' Money in the Bank contract, as he put it on the line against former World Heavyweight Champion of 364 days last season, Samoa Joe. It's coming up next at MetLife Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey on night 1 of SummerSlam. And here comes the American Nightmare, Mr. Money in the Bank, who won it in Los Angeles a couple of months back.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
This all came about a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, where Cody Rhodes went one-on-one in a non-title matchup with the undisputed WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. But Bryan was accompanied to the ring by Samoa Joe as some sort of insurance policy by the looks of it. But in that matchup, Bryan got himself inadvertently disqualified, and Cody would win the match. But of course, not the championship or not even an opportunity.
California, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Samoan Joe.
But then it was the week following, where it was the opposite end of the spectrum as far as SummerSlam matches go. It was Samoa Joe going one-on-one with the number 1 contender for the undisputed title, and AJ Styles, man that Joe had lost to 3 times in the entire run of this season, including last. Joe's only beat him once. Well, that changed because he's beat him for a second time. He pinned the number 1 contender's shoulders to the canvas a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, and then in tag team action in the main event, Joe teamed up with Bryan once again as the insurance policy continued to take on and defeat AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, with Joe choking out Rhodes, meaning Joe has rightfully earned a shot at Cody's Money in the Bank contract, which Joe was unable to qualify in the matchup to get to the Money in the Bank ladder match. As Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk with a SmackDown feud in that matchup, Keith Lee, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens with a Raw bunch. But nonetheless, here we go. Cody Rhodes and Samoa Joe going at it live at SummerSlam, and it starts off in a big time fight. Jason Hayes, that's your official to get this one going live in MetLife Stadium. 2-night event here tonight at SummerSlam. We're actually doing it in the summer this year. Here's Joe, goes behind on Rhodes, nice waist lock on the American Nightmare. What's Joe thinking here? Cody trying to escape, and he's able to do so. Cody Rhodes has an opportunity to cash in that Money in the Bank contract anytime, anywhere, up to the next year. But he might even just get an opportunity at the WWE title, since he technically owes a victory over the champion Daniel Bryan, but that could change tonight, as Bryan could lose the gold to former Universal Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, who main evented night 2 of SummerSlam last year and losing the effort of the title. Can he regain the gold in the main event of night 1 tonight? It's Samoa Joe, that's Hope, crossbody to the floor, wiping out the American Nightmare at ringside. Joe is on fire tonight in this one. This has only just gotten started. Joe now going to send the American Nightmare back into the squared circle. It's Cody is hurting in the early stages of this one. Back into a low cup here is Cody Rhodes, and Samoa Joe is showing off. Cody Able to turn him round. Rhodes now got him in a waist lock. Cody now into a schoolboy. Penny predicament. Smacked an official. Jason is right there. 1 count only and a kick out. Says Samoa Joe. They're back into a lock up here. And these two hard hitters, Samoa Joe main evented night 1 of SummerSlam last year against Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Joe able to retain on that night, but eventually lose it at Survivor Series to the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black. Joe right now nonetheless got the arm. Look at this, wrenching away here, and look at the elbow. Perfectly placed on the shoulder of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And Rhodes is absolutely hurting. Gotta be in agony right here. Look at this. Wrenching away. Time after time. Cody Rhodes can't get out of this predicament, but now he can. The big shots to the midsection as he had him in that arm wringer for a solid minute. Well, not even a minute, but nonetheless, Cody Rhodes builds on, gets some separation, but you don't want to be there, Cody. And Samoa Joe right behind you as Joe grabs him again. Oh, giving this the atomic drop by Joe. He ain't done with him yet. We've seen this before from Joe, the big boot, and now the senton. Oh, Cody getting wiped out, and Samoa Joe loving every second of it. And Joe, big fist shot, super kick avoided by the American Nightmare, and Cody now with a forearm shot. Cody Rhodes, oh, went for a cannibal stent on up the bottom rope, only got raising the boot of the Samoan submission machine. Is Joe now getting big shots in, and again, though, missing that super kick, and out Cody after the leg as Joe. Smart strategy, targeting the leg of the big man, and now he's going to focus on that leg. Take it apart, make sure Joe can't get up, man can't stand, man can't fight. It's Cody Rhodes continuing to apply pressure on a Samoa Joe. It's a huge SmackDown grudge match tonight at SummerSlam. Still got huge matches to come, including Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. You know, the Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles main event. Cena and LA Knight going one-on-one on a rematch for Money in the Bank. As right now it's Samoa Joe going to turn this into a unlucky 13. Raiders 13 straight power bombs in a row from the deadlift position onto his opponent. And Cody Rhodes tonight is the next victim of that assault. Look at Joe here. I believe that is number 3 or 4. And that would be 4 or 5 onto the American Nightmare. I mean, I don't know what number it is now, ladies and gentlemen, but Joe is just continuing his assault on Cody Rhodes, and this is not where Cody wanted to be. Remember, it is for the Money in the Bank contract, meaning if Joe wins this one, he'll be able to take that contract and cash in anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Hell, he could win it tonight and cash it in your main event tonight against AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. It might be Bryan's insurance policy, but if Bryan loses that gold to Styles, you've got to imagine Joe will be on there trying to cash in. Or even if he wins, you can never underestimate Samoa Joe. Joe ain't anybody's bitch, ain't anybody's bodyguard. And right now he's showing Cody Rhodes why he shouldn't have messed with him. Samoa Joe has defeated Rhodes before. It was last season at Money in the Bank in the 2K24 Universe Mode Series. The same event where Daniel Bryan won the Money in the Bank contract, which gave him the chance to cash in for the undisputed WWE title this year. He waited almost to the last minute as Joe. There is the 13th and final powerbomb. Certainly was very unlucky for the American Nightmare that time. But Joe retains him in London to retain his world title against Cody last year. Can Cody get his win back? Remember, he tapped him out this past Wednesday night on SmackDown. Let's see if he can do it again. It's Joe, big shot on a Cody to the midsection. It's Joe now, big right hand, turns him round into a German suplex. We've seen this combination before from the Samoan submission machine. Got the arm. And now Joe, the straight jacket, bridging German cover, shoulders down, pinning predicament, scores 2 for the Money in the Bank contract, and Cody gonna power out at 2. Jason is right there, Joe not particularly happy, but Joe continuing his shots on a Cody Rhodes. Knees after knees after knees. My oh my. And now off the ropes, there's Joe, elbow! Wow. Right in the money. And a big shot, no moving out the way. Cody, oh Cody, just getting exactly what he needed. He getting some great space there from Samoa Joe, gets some separation, gets the clothesline, and now picking him up off the combination offense. He's gonna drop, oh my goodness! Double underhook pile driver by Cody Rhodes as he spiked him on the top of his head. And now watch Rhodes thinking, out the corner, the double jump, the Cody cutter! Cover, who can allow to hang on to his Money in the Bank contract? 2, then a kick out by Joe. That was a great combination from Cody. But it ain't over just yet. You can't keep down the man who was a world champion for 364 days. That's right, folks. 1 day shy of a year. As he was cashed in on that Survivor Series after his matchup with SmackDown champion Drew McIntyre in the main event battle of brand supremacy between the world champions. He was cashed in on by Aleister Black, who was Mr. Money in the Bank at the time. Ending his reign and his first rival of the series. Came back to bite him in the ass. Alright, now it's Joe. Oh, look at that. Big leg sweep on a Cody Rhodes. Turns him round after the leg on Mr. Money in the Bank of the American Nightmare hurting tonight in MetLife. Live in New Jersey. Joe went for the senton move out of the way. Cody Rhodes picks him up. Crossroads. That could do it. Cody to get his win. On Samoa Joe. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. There's two. Not a Joe gonna kick out. Well, Cody Rhodes has made this series about getting wins against opponents that he's not had wins over, such as Drew McIntyre. He beat him at his hometown of Atlanta by blood last month, and he looks to do the same tonight against Samoa Joe. An incredible cross-body moonsault type maneuver by Cody on a Joe out the corner. And it was Cody Rhodes, springboard moonsault, now knees up by Joe. Oh, Joe caught him right in the midsection that time, and now Joe gonna pick up Cody. This can't be good for the American Nightmare. His Money in the Bank contract could go up in smoke. There's the Coquina clutch by Joe. Coquina clutch, cinching it in tight. Nowhere from the goal here. This has gotta do it. Oh man, Jason is right there to see if Rhodes will tap it or pass out to the pin. If he does, Samoa Joe will win this match. And not only that, he will become the new Mr. Money in the Bank. As Cody put his briefcase on the line tonight. But Cody gonna fight out of the clutch somehow, someway with elbow strikes right in the midsection that time. Keeps going with it as this matchup is an incredible battle of will here in your second matchup. First in the actual Summerslam arena is now Cody, the double underhook again. The set out Tiger Bomb cover, stacking him up. Jackknife pin, shoulders down, two. Joe's gonna kick out. Well, Cody pulling out all the stops, trying anything it takes tonight to keep down the Samoan submission machine. It's a wise strategy for him to try and do so. It's Cody. Clipped him that time, disaster kick. Didn't get all of it, but still clearly a disaster if your name is Samoa Joe. There's Cody Rhodes looking for the stomps. Oh, there's the counter by Joe. The kick caught him right in the lower back. And then Joe picks him up. Oh, God, Cody gets dropped, and there's the Uranage. And Samoa Joe looking to take the Money in the Bank contract away from the American Nightmare. No, the stomp to the back of the neck, moving out of the way is Cody, and now Cody Rhodes. Big body shot again, Cody again, and now Cody with jabs, and watch Cody Rhodes go. And the bionic elbow on a Joe. And Cody feeling all kinds of fired up tonight. Doesn't want to vacate his Money in the Bank privileges. He's never been a world champion in this series. He wants to do so this series badly. And for a win over Samoa Joe, that's a step in the right direction. Cody sends him to the floor. Now gonna fly in the top big crossbody as we saw Joe do that earlier on. Well, it's Cody's turn to fly. Man, what a match today at SummerSlam. It's Cody Rhodes on the apron, Joe out on the floor. Cody turns it around and Rhodes, the Asai moonsault from the middle rope taken out. Samoa Joe at ringside. Cody Rhodes now, after this match, it was all said and done, wanting to have a close eye on tonight's main event as he sends Joe face first onto the ring post. As would Joe, if he'd win this matchup, he'd want to keep a close eye on tonight's main event. Maybe we'll see a cash in tonight as Cody sends Joe back into the squared circle. Rhodes, springboard, drop kick, and that may be how she won't the cover. Hook to the leg, shoulders down. Cody Rhodes for victory to hang on to his contract, and a kick out by Samoa Joe. Both these men want the guaranteed opportunity to cash in whenever they want. It's Joe, the pick up, the kick to the midsection. Oh God, Joe's going to win the contract. Yokozuna cutter. Joe now out of the cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. This is going to do it in the centre of the ring. The 2 count. Cody's going to kick out again. Oh man, and Cody Rhodes somehow, someway surviving in a war tonight at SummerSlam. But wait a minute, Samoa Joe had Cody in the corner. Cody shouldn't have been in there. Another muscle buster by Joe. And Joe's going to win the contract. Samoa Joe now. Rhodes, I'm over. A little bit of miscommunication. The cover, the hook to the leg, the shoulders down for the contract. The 2, the third. The kick out by the American Nightmare. Oh, the intestinal Florida to the roads on display tonight. And the biggest party of the summer. Middle rope, no missing. Cody grabs him in the kick. Hooks him in. Pedigree. Come on, Cody to hang on to the contract. Took the leg. Shoulders down. There's two. He got no. Now it's Joe goes down. He beat McIntyre in a cage of bad blood in his hometown of Atlanta last month. Can he beat Rhodes? Can he beat Joe? He's not going to beat himself. Disaster kick! Can he hang on to his contract? What a beautiful disaster kick. Not beautiful if your name is Samoa Joe, however. In the corner, the shot. Joe gonna grab him, send him into the corner, and oh god, Cody Rhodes, you don't want to be there, buddy, old pal. This is how Joe beat ya. That Money in the Bank last season at 2K24 to hang on to his world title in London. Muscle buster by Joe, but he hurt his neck a lot in the process. Joe trying to capitalise. One arm dripped over the American Nightmare, but Rhodes' feet are underneath the bottom rope. Oh, Cody was already there after the move. The veteran instinct from Joe not exactly kicking in, and the absolute exhaustion, lethargicness coming off of both of these superstars. But Cody went about himself from behind at a crossroads out of nowhere. Oh, no, Samoa Joe. And Joe is getting exhausted. And that's going to cost him. It's Rhodes a second one in a row. Third of the match. Crossroads connects the cover into the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two. And the American Nightmare hangs on to his Money in the Bank contract. What a match tonight at SummerSlam. Oh, well, 2 matches down and already some great action. And the biggest party of the summer as the American Nightmare wins it and hangs on to his Money in the Bank contract. Not only that, gets another huge win this series, getting his win back against Samoa Joe from last season. And 2K24 at Money in the Bank, where Joe beat him in the main event of that night in London to hang on to his World Heavyweight Championship at the time. But Cody Rhodes tonight hanging on to his Money in the Bank contract. He could cash that in later on tonight, or he could weather the storm and wait it out. But nonetheless, Cody with an all-important victory against Samoa Joe tonight at SummerSlam, as there was the final nail in the coffin, the third crossroads of the match. Jason Ayers counts it as Rhodes gets the win. Great win for Cody Rhodes tonight at SummerSlam as the show rolls on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, one of SmackDown's biggest grudge matches of the evening. Both men want to prove that they're the best on SmackDown. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, one-on-one, first time ever at SummerSlam. But coming up next, a grudge match on the Monday Night Raw side of things is Bobby Roode. What's the show that a veteran like him still deserves to be at the top of the card, but Keith Lee, a rookie, doesn't? It's Roode, it's Lee, it's next at SummerSlam. What a matchup this is going to be live in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. As out first, former United States champion, the inaugural US champion of last season, a former World Heavyweight champion as well. It is the glorious Bobby Roode, a dark horse of last season, I'll tell you that, is the glorious one. Making his way out to SummerSlam. Victorious last year at SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar of all people. Let's see if he does against another big superstar.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in at 235 pounds. Bobby Roode.
That's right, Bobby Roode defeating Brock Lesnar last year at SummerSlam. Can he be another big titan on Monday Night Raw, that being Keith Lee? This all came about where Lee was victorious in a matchup against Dolph Ziggler on Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago, and Bobby Roode confronted Lee out from the stage, saying that wasn't very impressive. I'll show you impressive at SummerSlam. Roode is jealous of Keith Lee, that he gets opportunities, that he gets shots to entertain the crowd, that the crowd seem to love the guy, that he's getting great match after great match. Bobby Roode wants to be in those positions and says how the old guard isn't done just yet. They've still got a lot to prove because Bobby Roode's in it, and Bobby Roode is absolutely glorious as he's shown to MetLife Stadium tonight in Asbury Park, New Jersey. But right now, Roode set for a huge showdown against Keith Lee tonight. The big matchup from the Monday Night Raw side of things at Summerslam. Rude in the ring, awaiting his opponent this evening. Keith Lee, is it going to be 2 big victories in a row for this big man, a former NXT champion, the inaugural NXT champion of last season, wanting gold in the main roster? This would be a great way to do so, knocking off a former US and World Heavyweight Champion. As here comes the Limitless One, as Asbury Park, New Jersey is basking in his glory.
Weighing in at 340 pounds, Keith Lee.
Keith Lee then, ladies and gentlemen, as for SummerSlam, he is fired up and ready to roll. As Lee and Bobby Roode. Going to be an interesting battle tonight. One of the most interesting matches on the card. Keith Lee, a well-missed name in the wrestling business. Well, he's still going right here on KO Productions. I'll tell you that for nothing. Here's Lee. Gonna have a hell of a fight tonight, man. There's less in this place. Hey, love this guy. They're gonna love this match too. Bobby Roode jealous of Lee, jealous of his placement, jealous of this crowd support. I mean, Bobby Roode's been busting his ass, taking part in the WWE World Cup tournament. Did get eliminated just in the second round by Chad Gable, who made it all the way to the finals, losing out in the last match of the tournament to the eventual winner of entire tournament, Ilya Dragunov, who of course is your new NXT champion after last night on the Great American Bash. But here we go, the bell has been rung. That is the Raw official, Daphne LeShawn, assigned the duties for Roode and Lee right here at SummerSlam. Tense stare down to get it started tonight at the biggest party of the summer, as is Keith Lee. Take him down that time, just push him away, a chop and a European uppercut by Keith Lee. And Lee now is loving it, but Bobby Roode certainly isn't. And Lee clotheslines him on the floor already. And Lee wanting to get a little bit of flying here. Is he maybe a big boy? But he can fly. Toe pick on Halo. The rope assisting him in the process. Bobby Roode getting absolutely leveled that time by the Limitless One. Is Lee now going to send him back into the ring? And a squared circle goes Roode. What the hell is Keith Lee thinking? Oh, there's that big time splash into the ring. That twisting corkscrew crossbody off the springboard. Cover hook in the leg. Shoulders down for victory. A 2 only. Bobby Roode able to kick out, but already a 2. And this matchup, not a good save for Bobby Roode as he went to clothesline the big man down, but can't get him off his feet. Well, this might be a tougher clash than his Brock Lesnar match last year, but he somehow got past Brock. He somehow beat him at the biggest party of the summer. Keith Lee seems to be in a whole new level tonight. That's crazy since we're comparing him to Brock Lesnar, but nonetheless, Lee with a clothesline almost decapitating Roode. And a middle road moonsault, didn't get all of it as Roode was trying to get back to his feet. Oh man, that was some shot from Keith Lee. It was just a shot to the lower back of the glorious Bobby Roode. And now Keith Lee, look at this, the middle to the top, and a moonsault! A mighty one of that from Lee. Cover on a Roode the tuna kicker. As Lee crushing Roode, that 340 pound of the Texan, absolutely taking all the air out of the lungs of the glorious one as he tries to keep fighting back, but Lee seemingly having no effects of them strikes from Bobby Roode. As Lee now Grizzly Magnum double-handed chop out the corner. Over the boot to the back of Lee by Roode, and Roode again runs in, clotheslining him, not going down though is Lee. A second clothesline not going to do the trick, and Bobby Roode going to have to resort in some dastardly tactics to be able to take down Limitless Keith Lee. And oh, there's that running knee, and that time drops him down, the cover, hook the leg, shoulders down, only one. Says definitely Sean, you're official, as Bobby Roode clotheslining this time. Lee down on his feet, Bobby Roode able now to get the advantage in this matchup, to get some sustained momentum. Some sustained momentum now for Roode, just booting Lee right in the chest. Middle rope now goes the glorious one, and just splashing Lee down into the cover, hooking that tree trunk leg, shoulders down, scoring two and a kick out by Lee at 2. Lee able to survive a great battle tonight, live at SummerSlam. Nice stomp from Rude. Lee gonna counter it. Lee, oh my goodness, just mowing right through him like a freight train that time. My goodness, and now it's Lee heads up. Middle rope. Rude trying to stop her in his tracks, but Lee the middle rope. Shoulder tackle. Wiping Rude down on the canvas. There's Lee. The Irish whip sends him out of the corner. Oh, could be an early night for Bobby Roode. He might be done. He might be going to sleep. As Lee almost taking out the official on a crossfire, but a pounce onto Bobby Roode, the cover. Hook to the leg, shoulders down. That's got to do it. There's two, and Bobby now able to kick out. I was about to say Bobby Roode is down and out, but not yet. You can't count out the former US and World Heavyweight Champion, folks. Running neck breaker by Bobby Roode. There's Roode now the pick up on a Keith Lee. Roode out from behind, neck breaker, and another one. He dropped on his knee the first time. That time the standard classic neck breaker, as now Roode heads up to the middle rope once more. We saw him do a splash from there. Now what the hell is the glorious one thinking? Lee trying to stop him, but Roode the Hurricane Runner. A beautifully executed maneuver cover, shoulders down. Roode for victory, and a kick out at one by the former inaugural NXT champion Keith Lee. Roode got Lee against the ropes. What the hell is he thinking here? Is Bobby Roode up and over? Look at that! A little bit of Christian Cage action, maybe. His fellow TNA alumni, nonetheless. Roode top rope back in. Oh goodness, Lee getting to his feet. You're not going to like that view. From all the way up there is Bobby Roode going to come crashing down on ya. Roode now, oh man! Big clubbing shot, Lee I believe. Busted wide open cover. Shoulders down, lateral press. The one count again is all it's going to be. Lee keeps kicking out of the count of one, and now Lee grabbing the former world champ and launching him down to the canvas again. Oh, picking him up. Look at that. Oh, and a cross slam by Lee. And it picks him up again in a Roode. And I kick him off. Kick to the midsection, and he kick to the chest again by Roode. I've seen these offense before from Bobby Roode. He wants to keep doing them. Wants to keep implementing them for a better chance at victory. To soften Keith Lee up. I mean, he's already busted him open at the end of the day. Now it's Bobby Roode able to take him out, and a Roode picked up, and Roode, incredible strength, spine in the pain, the spine buster, hooking the inside leg, shoulders down, two count, and Lee able to kick out. Lee shoulder up again. Roode is pissed, but he's going to keep his foot in the gas pedal. You can't be in there with Keith Lee. Oh my God! His shoulder might be dislocated after that from Bobby Roode. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome," and it could be over for Lee. You can't be in there with Lee. Be too busy focusing your frustration on the fact that you can't beat him. You gotta keep on pressing him. But Lee, pick up on Roode in the big bang catastrophe. Out of nowhere, cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down, center of the ring. There's two. No, and I can't go. And a powerful one at that from the former world and US champion Bobby Roode. Oh, well, it's not done yet. It's Lee, middle rope, double axe handle, shoved in the midsection by Bobby. And then Roode turns him round. Roode jab again. Roode continuing the pressure onto Keith Lee. Kick out to the lead. DDT. Oh, both men are hurting though. Crucial point of the matchup tonight at Summerslam in Asbury Park, New Jersey. What in MetLife Stadium. Oh, what an elbow by Lee. The smack, the counter by Roode, the kick caught by the limitless one. What the hell's Lee thinking here? I believe he was going for a glorious DDT with Roode, and it gets caught into a spirit bomb. Lee for victory. Shoulders down. The two. Another kick out by the former world champion, showing the world why he is a former world champion and the inaugural US champion of last season. Lee sends him into that corner in a big time Stinger style splash. Holy smokes, but wait a minute, Roode runs in, schoolboy to steal one. Roode for a second, SummerSlam went back to back two, kick out by Lee. And then Lee turns it into a pin. Oh, Bobby Roode, 2, 3, no! Kick out by Bobby. Lee, stomp, Roode moves out of the way, and Roode running neckbreaker again. Oh, well, Roode somehow kicked out of two moves that Lee has put many opponents away with. being the Spirit Bomb and the Big Bang catastrophe, but now it's Rude's turn to put Lee away with the move. He put Minnie away with the 4 glorious DDT, cover, hooks the legs, shoulders down, scoring 2, and Rude now, Lee's gonna kick out again, and Rude's in shock. Rude can't believe his eyes. He gotta keep applying the pressure to the Limitless One. You can't let him get a second win, get a grasp of air. Rude out the corner, Lee able to boot him where he stands, and Lee to pick up, and Lee able to drop off with a single arm spine buster the Raw Senate style. As he planted him, he spiked him, and Lee got him. Big Bang catastrophe for the second time of the match. Up the cover, the hook to the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 center of the ring, and Keith Lee with his biggest win yet in the series. Knocks off a former United States, the inaugural as such, and of course a former World Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations going out to the inaugural NXT Champion, who I'm expecting big things for going forward in this series. That being Keith Lee. Congratulations, Lee. What a fight. Brought out tonight from both these combines at SummerSlam, but Lee knocking off the former world champion, solidifying his place on the roster. Congratulations, Lee. What will be next for the big man? What will be next for Rude? Who knows? But what we can tell you is Keith Lee is victorious in his first SummerSlam, knocking off the man that knocked off Brock Lesnar last year at SummerSlam. And Bobby Roode. Congratulations, Keith Lee, as SummerSlam continues live here at Night 1. Biggest still to come, a huge Women's Championship battle for the Women's World title of Raw. And the undefeated champion in this series, Rhea Ripley, defends the gold against former champion of 167 days and who won the Women's World title last year at SummerSlam. We're going to do it again. The man, Becky Lynch. But up next, Women's US title up for grabs as Chelsea Green, accompanied by her secret Hervis Alba Fire and Piper Niven, will be facing the champion and also Miss Money in the Bank Bayley for the Women's US title live tonight at MetLife at SummerSlam.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's United States Championship.
Thank you, Mike Rome, for the introductions. Here we go then. It's going to be Bayley's 4th defense of her Women's United States Championship, and technically this is the first proper championship defense of the evening. Of course, we had War Games, wasn't in SummerSlam Arena first and foremost, and it was a War Games match. It was winner take all. It was 4-on-4. There was no champion introductions. But tonight there is, and here comes the challenger, getting an upset, some would say, against former world champion of the women's division, Kairi Sane, this past Wednesday night on SmackDown to become #1 contender and get this opportunity tonight in MetLife Stadium. Dressing up like the Statue of Liberty is Chelsea Green tonight. In Asbury Park, New Jersey, she looks to win her first championship in this series, with Piper Niven and Alba Fire watching her back at ringside. The hot mess, Chelsea Green, everybody pledging their allegiance. Can she walk out champion for the first time in this series? Will she get gold against the incredible Bayley, who is the inaugural Women's US Champion? Won it at Backlash Premium Live event by beating Lyra Valkyria in the finals of a tournament. And there's also Miss Money in the Bank as well. Could cash that in any time, any place for up to 1 year, much like Cody Rhodes can on the men's side of it. Both SmackDown stars with Money in the Bank contracts, but here comes the champion and Miss Money in the Bank, the role model Bayley. 4 defenses as mentioned as Women's United States Champion, with victories over Lyra Valkyria to win it and to retain it, with victories over Sasha Banks as well. She has beaten Alexa Bliss for the title, and she has also won a triple threat match with Nia Jax and Michin. Let's see if she can somehow get past Chelsea Green tonight at SummerSlam. We've not seen her since her loss to Lyra Valkyria in a non-title match, which awarded Lyra an opportunity at the WWE Women's Championship, which will be going down tomorrow night on SummerSlam Sunday, night 2, as she challenges Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's title. But right now, folks, it is all about that right there, the beautiful, prestigious, and coveted Women's United States Championship of SmackDown. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green.
And came out Rome, ladies and gentlemen. What a fun one. This is going to be Bayley coming into her 113th day as Women's United States Champion. Of course, the only champion there has been as on this roster thus far. Let's see if Chelsea Green can put an end to that, as Ryan Tran is your official for this Women's United States Championship contest tonight on night 1 of SummerSlam. Fun contest here, 113 days for Bayley as champion. Will that continue tonight? Bella's been wrong, let's find out. Match up is on the way, Bayley and Green for the Women's US Go to the biggest party of the summer. Here on your 2-night extravaganza. Both women looking to lock up here, very slow start, I should say. Both women cautious to approach. Big tense steel down in the centre of the ring now, back into a colorable tie, but here we go. Lock up now. As on display here with Bayley now. Head lock on a Chelsea Green side, head turns it around and an arm wringer. Nice Bayley. Showing off her great technical manoeuvres. Here on to Chelsea Green. This Green is hot and into a hammerlock now. Chelsea in trouble with the early goings of this matchup for the Women's United States Championship at SummerSlam. If we get our first title change of the night, it's technically Kevin Owens and the Judgment Day, all retaining their titles inside of War Games following their victory against the Undisputed Era in the opening contest tonight from the WCW Fall Brawl War Games Arena. Bayley's got Chelsea Green and a rare chin lock here on the canvas. Chelsea trying desperately for the fight out, able to do so. Now Chelsea got a hammer lock now. Bayley trying to get back to her feet, able to do so, but still got that hammer lock since then tight. Here on the champion, the challenger now pushing away. Onto the arm of Bayley and the rest of the forearm to the lower back. Nicely done by Green that time. Here tonight at SummerSlam. Action we're going to see on night 2 as well, folks. What action it was last night. A Great American Bash. What action it has been in the WWE World Cup Tournament. All that has come to an end as Chelsea has sent Bayley back into the ring off the push off from the headlock. On the ring there, but Chelsea Green now got the arm of Bayley and now got the wrist lock. On to the champion. The arm ringer on Bayley. Chelsea Green able to turn around now on the top wrist lock here. It's Ryan Tran as your official. He's looking on here. And this SmackDown matchup for the Women's US title with a blue brand. Bayley now with a hammer lock on Chelsea Green this time. Very slow matchup this one. Both women getting the groundwork here in this one for the Women's US title. Chelsea Green back in an arm ringer on Bayley. And Bayley able to escape it. Bayley now shot to the midsection. And here comes the role model. Runs in, cross body on the cover. Hook to the leg. Shoulders down. There's 2 and a kick out. Chelsea Green not going to be done already. Not going to be done just like that. Bayley, middle rope, looking to fly. Oh, look at that cross body into the middle rope that time. Bayley loving her cross bodies on Chelsea Green. And it picks up Chelsea. The Irish whip off the ropes. Was Bayley thinking? Went for some sort of arm drag, maybe. All the 4 on the counter from Chelsea. And Chelsea pick up, turns around, release German suplex. We saw her do that to Kairi Sane this past Wednesday on SmackDown. Chelsea Green pledging her allegiance as most of this WWE universe tonight in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I mean, we know that Piper Niven and Albert Fire are at ringside. We know that Bayley isn't within flurry of 9 fast chops, followed by yet another cross body by the role model. And that was the champion, Irish whipping Chelsea Green, going to send her off the ropes once more. Drop down, what's Bayley thinking? A pick up, this time gets the arm drag on a Chelsea Green. Another pick up again. Off the ropes once more. Bayley thinking, went for a big back elbow. Chelsea and a dropper. Bicycle boot to the jaw of the champion. And the Irish whip sends the champ out of the corner. Big bang forearm from Chelsea Green. Chelsea now. Drop her with a boot in the corner. Bayley down and out. Chelsea again, pledging allegiance. Yeah, Bayley, no jawbreaker. And Bayley to her feet, able to counter it, and we saw Chelsea do that. Now it's Bayley's turn. There's anything you can do, I can do better mentality. It's shown off point blank tonight at SummerSlam. Big knee right up to the top of the head of Green by the role model Bayley. Bayley got her in the corner. Chelsea Green not going to like the view from up there. What's Bayley thinking? Big shot counter by Chelsea to the kick in, and Chelsea Green runs in. No avoid. Chelsea, kick to the midsection. Out forearm, and there's that knee right upside the jaw of the champion. Cover, shoulders down for the goal. Do we have a new champion here? The tuna kick out. And the role model Bailey. Bailey able to survive, at least for now. The stomp, the kick to the midsection by Bailey that time. And now Bailey, the pick up on a Chelsea Green, and Bailey, look at that. Snap, suplex. And the role model. Irish whip, Green out of the corner. Chelsea Green could get knocked the hell out right here and could have her championship opportunity go up in smoke. And Bailey in the corner now, looking for the runner here. Bailey got over, she wants her own Chelsea able to hang on. And Bailey potentially very badly hurting her knee that time. It's Chelsea Green must have capitalised and walk out their new Women's United States champion. Bailey still on the canvas now slowly returns to her feet. Chelsea, middle roll, Rough Rider! The leg lariat, shoots her husband, Matt Cardona's at Ryder, covers the leg, side shoulders just down, no leg was hooked, only two. Was score for Green against Bailey in this Women's US title matchup. Chelsea went for a shot that time, moving out the way with the champ, and there's Bailey! Two! Bailey! Out of nowhere, the cover into the leg, shoots down, two count, take it for the challenger! Oh, this one waging on tonight at SummerSlam. Women's United States Championship hanging on the line. Here tonight, forearm from Bailey. Bailey picking Green up, and Green gets absolutely planted. Bailey knee perfectly placed right in the top of the head of Green. The crowd loving this one, loving the entirety of that SummerSlam match card tonight. Of course, still got huge matches such as Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Raw as Chelsea Green gets the knees up from another rope swanton on attempt from Bailey. Chelsea now with a forearm, and Chelsea the elevated flat liner cover on a Bailey. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, and the champion, and a kick out of two by Bailey that time. We're also going to be seeing the main event, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles Universal Championship on the line as well. And let's not forget LA Knight, John Cena one-on-one following this matchup, the rematch from their Money in the Bank main event. This time no championship is on the line. It is just a rematch for Pride to see if Knight can beat him 2 times this series, or Cena can beat the megastar and get his win back. And then of course a huge grudge matchup, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, who is the top dog of SmackDown. We find out later on SummerSlam Saturday. But it's Chelsea Green hanging Bailey out to dry that time with a twist of fate by the ropes, and a Green out of the ring, potentially looking to fly here on Bailey on the outside with a tope cross body. Throwing caution to the win tonight at the challenger Green. And she's doing anything it takes to knock off Bailey and win the championship tonight. But Bailey fighting back with a forearm shot on the outside. Referee Ryan Tran here continuing this count, getting to 4. Bailey over the kick to the midsection on Chelsea. The Rose Plant face first goes Green. And Bailey in the ring, potentially looking for a count-out victory. This isn't like her. This is not a Bailey characteristic to happen. Nonetheless, it could be over. Count of 7 from Ryan Tran. Chelsea beginning to start the count of 8. And a Green gets back into the ring. There's Chelsea. The forearm, the kick, and Green going out of running. Super kick by Green. And the whole mess with a Rough Rider. Come on. Hooked the short shoulders down. No leg is hooked. This is it. The turn of the chap now. Bailey kicking out. Oh man. What a battle tonight. For the Women's US Gold. It's Chelsea middle. Robbery splash by Green. One hell of a splash that time from Chelsea. Is Chelsea going to head up again? She's already done one splash. She's already done a Rough Rider from up there. What the hell is she thinking of doing now? Went for a missile drop kick. Moving out the way that time with the champion Bailey, and her Bailey from behind side. Suplex. Oh, Chelsea in perfect position for Bailey to put her away. The tippy top rope. She's in the drop zone. The Macho Man elbow drop from the role model Bailey. Looking to retain the cover, the hook to the leg. Shoulders down. Storming turn and kick down. Green with the shoulder up again. And how is she doing it? There's Bailey. Wanna put Green away any which way she can. Heading back to the top, and a swanton bomb made to the trick as Bailey covers again. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. There's 2. Not another ear fall. Are you serious? Incredible resilience tonight from Chelsea Green. It's Green fighting back against Bailey. Nice shot to the midsection. Green right hand. And Green turns around. This time she'll be Kylie saying to become the number one contender on this past fight. It's on SmackDown. I'm ready here. Come on. Moves the leg. Shoulders down. The two. The new jab down. Bailey powerfully taking it. And Chelsea pissed off. Chelsea is frustrated. She can't believe it. She's going to keep her foot in the gas pedal and keep on keeping on. Top rope goes Chelsea Green. Waiting for Bailey to get to her feet. Green the challenger. Crossbody! Oh, but not electing to go for the cover. She's going after the head of Bailey and a kick right in the back of the neck of the role model. Chelsea elbow drop. This is her opportunity. You got so many rooting her on, so many rooting on the champ. Bailey to retain, only going to fit the fence and the goal. A headbutt by the role model, but wait a minute, the distraction from Alba Fire and Paper and Evan at ringside. Getting in the face of Bailey. Bailey can't take her eye off the ball against Green. SMA Costa. Chelsea. Shoulders down. Penny Bregman to steal it. To win the goal. 2, 3. She got her. Oh my. Bailey took her out of the ball. And Costa. We have a new Women's United States champion of SmackDown. As Chelsea Green now is the second ever Women's US champion. Bailey's reign is over at 113 days, and that was a crucial mistake from the role model, who has just suffered her third defeat in this series ever. I mean, she has still missed Money in the Bank. She can still cash in for the Women's Championship, maybe even tomorrow night on Summerslam Sunday when the Jade Cargill Lara Valkyria matchup. But she has now lost the Women's US title, which she's the first owner of, with a simple manoeuvre such as this. Roll up for the 2, the 3, Chelsea Green, your new Women's United States champ. Congratulations, Chelsea Green. What a moment tonight in New Jersey as SummerSlam rolls on tonight. Down to come tonight, folks, at SummerSlam, a huge main event for the undisputed WWE Championship of SmackDown. Daniel Bryan, the champion, defending against former Universal Champion and the inaugural Universal Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. That's later on, folks, but coming up next, a rematch from Money in the Bank from the main event of that show in Los Angeles, where LA Knight, the megastar, is home to retain the World Heavyweight Championship against John Cena. We're going at it again. This time it's about respect and pride. It's up next at SummerSlam in New Jersey, and out first comes Big Match John in the midst of his retirement tour as it all comes to an end at WrestleMania at the end of the season. But let's see how he does on the road to that. This is another huge matchup against LA Knight tonight. Let's let this place go crazy. And the biggest party of the summer for Cena.
Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time.
Last of that plays come on glued for Cena. They're not ready to say goodbye. They've still got a good couple of months, a good few months to be fair, until John Cena calls it quits here in the WWE. But we had a banger, we had a classic main event of Money in the Bank 2 months back, where John Cena and LA Knight tore the roof off of the damn arena with that great main event, which saw LA Knight retain at the time his World Heavyweight Championship. But the next month, that bad blood on Atlanta, Georgia, Knight would lose the strap to the ring, getting out Gunther, who defends it in the main event tomorrow on SummerSlam Sunday against Kurt Angle in a career versus title match. But speaking of career, John Cena's near the end of it, and this man is rising. It's the megastar.
Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds. LA Knight.
Even though LA Knight ain't no longer the World Heavyweight Champion, as the crowd chant, yeah. LA Knight doesn't want to go to the back of the line in title contention. He has lost his rematch to the ring, getting out Gunther, so he's going to have to climb up the power rankings once again. I mean, the King of the Ring tournament will be upon us following SummerSlam, as well the Superstar Shake-Up, which will see 5 superstars of Raw, 5 male superstars switch over to SmackDown. The same with 5 SmackDown superstars switching over to Raw for the male division. 3 women superstars from SmackDown going to Raw, 3 women superstars from Raw going to SmackDown, and 2 tag teams each going elsewhere. And of course, there is possibilities of some NXT call-ups as well to be had. Right now, it's about John Cena, it's about LA Knight, one-on-one. Rod Zapata as your official, and here we go, matchup of the way, Money in the Bank rematch. Gonna be a fun one tonight, and the biggest party of the summer, night 1 of our 2-night extravaganza. It's Cena and Knight in the center of the ring again, shaking hands, showing sportsmanship, just like what we saw at Money in the Bank. As that was a great matchup. This one going to be nothing short but exciting, as here we go, pulling a bow tie up from Knight, and Cena to get it started. Who's going to get the upper hand here? With the Mega Star wrenching away on Cena. Cena now in trouble as Knight goes from behind, waist lock into a pin predicament. Now the schoolboy, shoulders down, lots of power right there, the kick out though by John Cena. It's by the LA Knight, back into a lock up. Cena and Knight back and forth. Cena now grabbing the head. Big headlock by Cena. Knight gonna push him off, and now it's LA Knight in control. The pick up, the slam, and LA Knight now drops Cena where he stands. Already on a victory over Big Match John. Let's see if he can do it again, but Cena from behind all the way slot. What's a LA Knight grabbing him up, thinking here now Cena got that headlock on the canvas now on LA Knight. Grounded headlock on the mat, picking him up now. Cena now got LA Knight on a standing headlock. Now Cena in the ringside headlock, wrenching away, got the arm. Cena now wrenching away, got that arm wringer on the Megastar, LA Knight. Knight trying to bite out of the paint right here. Now it's LA Knight. Cena, oh goodness, Cena into the hammerlock on the Megastar. And now turns it around as LA Knight, and now LA got the hammerlock on Cena. Back and forth chain wrestling sequence. This is what we saw them start the matchup with at Money in the Bank. Then it transfer it into one of my best matches thus far on the series. Of course, we will be asking you lot, the fans here of KO Productions, what was the best matchup of the halfway point of the series, as we are going to be done the halfway part of the series following SummerSlam, following tomorrow night on night 2 of this great 2-night event. John Cena got the wrist, got the hammerlock again on LA Knight. As now Knight gets drop face, first by Cena. Now Cena gets control. Kick to the midsection. Cena cold ring. Cover. Rod Zapata right there. Shoulders down. There's 2 to kick ya. My goodness. John Cena. Got a little bow to the crowd tonight. It's Cena hook, yo. It's short right there. Over the head, elbow drop that time. Cena now moving out of the way that time as Knight. And Cena went to do the double axe handle again. LA Knight catch him with the right hand. Big time jab by Knight. Knight for his shot, but on the Mega Star with big strike after strike. Dropping Cena against the ropes. Now going to take this fight to the outside. Just like we saw at Money in the Bank with the announce table breaking. Well, we see that again. This time we just see LA Knight's boots right in the face of Cena. Big time baseball slide drop kick by LA Knight. The wrecking ball through the ropes. His Knight now going to send Cena to the barricade as Rod Zapata begins his count. As they're battling on the floor, his back suplex off the barricade from LA Knight. Yeah. The former world champ looking good. The jab now on a Cena. Cena now smacking the Mega Star. Back to reality. And it's John Cena now going to send them down into the canvas. Right on it. The mats at ringside, not a lot of give on them. As John Cena now on the apron, going to launch off with an attack and a big clothesline by Cena. Cena going at it with the Mega Star. And it picks up LA Knight, want to send them back into the ring. As Rod Zapata now with a count of 8. Cena now heads up to the top rope. LA Knight slowly getting into his feet, and Cena with that leg drop right in the back of the head of the Mega Star. The cover, the hook to the leg, shoulders down, the only one. A 1 count after one of John Cena's best manoeuvres, but Cena again. The drop LA Knight as Cena has taken over this matchup, at least for now, but LA Knight going to counter it, and LA Knight now going to close line him out the ring. I may have jinxed John Cena that time. A clothesline on the floor. If this was a Royal Rumble, John Cena would have just been eliminated from it. It's now the Megastar with a clothesline off the apron. John Cena done that earlier. But it's LA Knight's turn. Anything you can do, I can do better mentality from the Megastars. He sends Cena into the steel steps at ringside. Now it's Knight on the outside. Knife edge chop after a knife edge chop. Jab now countered by Cena. Now Cena. The pick up on LA Knight. Oh god, the Emerald flows in by Cena. Big power slam type maneuver. Maneuver that Gunther has done in the past. Gunther, a world champion on Monday Night Raw, defeated both of these superstars at our PLEs this season. John Cena at Clash in Paris, LA Knight at Bad Blood for the world title as well. As LA comes back in on the apron, the forearm on a John Cena. Knight now springboard drop kick after the counter, setting cover by Knight. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, lots of putter right there to beat him for a second time. Kick it at one by Cena. They're going to kick out. Is this matchup relatively just getting started? As LA Knight now going to turn Cena around. We've seen this before. The knee to the face, a clothesline by Knight. It's LA. Heads up, man, ropes in. LA Knight, yeah, wait for Cena to his feet. Blockbuster by the Megastar. Great offense by Knight, who covers, hook in the leg, shoulders down of Cena, and another kick out. This time at the centre of the ring, not enough. But LA Knight is on fire, at least for the moment. Knight is in control against Cena and stomping him out in the corner time and time again. With the LA Knight signature stomps. The Megastar went for another stomp. Cena moving out the way, ducking the line, and now here comes Cena with a 5 moves of doom. Getting that comeback in. And a second flurry of offense. A second one. Cena now dropping Knight down on the canvas. And LA in the centre of the ring doesn't want to be there. You can't see me, says John Cena. Off the ropes now. Knight in trouble. 5 knuckle shuffle connect. John Cena now into the cover to get his win back. Oh, LA Knight from Money in the Bank. Only 2 though is Knight. Is able to kick out. Almost had him the stomp that time. LA Knight the counter. The shot to the midsection, Knight jab shot, and now Knight dropping Cena with a DDT right on his skull. As listen to the Megastar and the people supporting the Megastar tonight. But now it's LA. Next Cena up. Oh goodness, I've seen this before from Knight. Burning hammer on a John Cena, drops some face first. And now Knight gonna shoot the half for a second victory over Cena. That 2 PLEs this season, cover, hooks the leg, the 2 counter kick out. Is Cena able to get the shoulder off the canvas? Not going to be that easy to put away John Cena. Knight knows that. It took him 4 BFTs to do the job at Money in the Bank against Big Match John. Maybe it'll be all 4 of them tonight, or maybe even more. It's Knight, air raid crash, the gravy train, the cover, the 2, and another kick out by John Cena. It's LA 2 back-to-back big manoeuvres after each other. Not enough to put Big Match John a pastures new in this one, but John gonna counter the shot in the corner. And then what's Cena thinking here? Grabbing Knight in a headlock and just gonna punch him with a closed fist. And there's Cena with a bulldog onto the Megastar LA Knight. And they're trying to slow down the pace of this match, and what better way to do it than the best move in all of professional wrestling. Cena with the neck crank. To perfection, the stomp, the cover now by Cena. Hooks the leg shoulder down on Knight, the 2 and a kick out by the Megastar. Cena wanting to win this one, unlike Money in the Bank. Knight want to win this one like he did at Money in the Bank, but right now it's Cena looking to win it for himself here with a set-out power bomb heading for segment off the deadlift, cover 2, Knight gonna power out again. Cena unsure what he needs to do now to put away LA Knight. I mean, perhaps an attitude adjustment might do the trick. He did try a few of those at Money in the Bank, wasn't able to put the Megastar down, and the Knight with a big boot. And now it's LA off the ropes, listen to the people again. And New Jersey and MetLife, the yell, bone drop off the rope, cover by Knight, the 2, and a kick out by Cena. And this one waging on tonight at Summerslam, the biggest party of the summer. It's LA Knight's first Summerslam matchup ever. Cena's second. He faced off with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes on night 1 last year at SummerSlam in matchup number 3, where Cody was able to get the win. Cody now undefeated at SummerSlam, 2-0 after his victory earlier on tonight against Samoa Joe, as Cena and Knight go back and forth with clotheslines. Cena able to take out Knight with 1, and as Cena heads up to the middle rope. What the hell is Cena thinking? looking to fly against Knight at his SummerSlam debut. Want to make sure that he loses this matchup tonight. The shoulder tackle from the middle rope by John Cena. Looking to put the Megastar away in this battle tonight. And then against Paulie the Summer. Cena springboard starter on a night. And Cena into the cover for his win back on the Megastar. Hook in the leg, shoulders down. There's two in LA Knight gonna power out again. And these two are giving it their all tonight, just like they did at Money in the Bank. As Cena, the Irish whip, onto LA Knight into the corner. The shot, the counter by LA Knight, able to drop on that time, and now it's LA Knight going to send John Cena into the corner, and LA Knight perhaps going to do his LA special out of the corner, which we've seen him do time and time again. The big shot by LA. Oh goodness, and now Cena dropped them down, but LA, the beautiful vertical leap looks even more beautiful each and every time he does it. The superplex by Knight, the crowd loving it as Knight looks to win it. They get a second victory over Cena, and the series will they be FT, first of the match, maybe all it will take, the 2 count. No, John Cena's going to kick out. If it doesn't take just one BFT at Money in the Bank, it isn't going to take just one tonight. That's SummerSlam. As LA hits the top rope. John Cena slowly but surely getting to his feet. Drop kick by Knight. And now it's LA pick up. No, counter. Cena sweeping at the legs of LA Knight. And then Cena turns him round. And Cena out of the submission. The STFU. Cinching in tight. Nowhere for Knight to go here in the center of the ring. Knight tap out or pass out to the pin, and lots of punters right there to save the well. And if he does, John Cena will get his win back from Money in the Bank and get a victory over LA Knight, perhaps building it to a rubber match in the future. As right now it's John Cena wrenching away on the Megastar with an STF. Nowhere for Knight to go. May have no choice but a tap out. He may even pass out, but LA gonna fight out of it somehow, some way with elbows. With an out bridge in the nose of John Cena. LA fighting back. What a jab, what a right hand. Knight the pick up. Atomic drop, turns round into a clothesline. LA Knight showing everybody what it's made of. Heading up to the middle rope with that double jump elbow drop. Right from the top, the cover. Caught Cena in the chest, the 2 get off the hook of the leg, and Cena powerfully getting that shoulder up off the mat. Oh, what an enthusiastic kick out. It's LA Knight not sure what it needs to do to put away Cena. I think he's done it before, all he needs to do it again, but Cena keeps on going. Keeps on fading, and then Cena the pick up, the attitude adjustment. Hey, by Cena to nowhere cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. There's 2 and a kick out by LA Knight. Oh my! Well, John Cena out of nowhere almost had the 2 on the Megastar, but LA kicking out at 2 from the AA. And Cena drops on face first. Jones up to the top rope, and the top rope 5 knuckle shuffle by Cena may do the trick cover on LA Knight. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, there's 2, and Cena, no, LA's gonna power out. Cena wanting his win back desperately, but he's not gonna be able to do it, at least not yet. Oh man, LA, a hell of a fighter. Now Cena with a body shot, Knight with a right hand, right in the jaw. Cena now smacking Knight in the face. Now back and forth they go, trading blows, trading shots, heavy leather offense. These 2 men are throwing everything they have inside MetLife Stadium tonight in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Live at SummerSlam Saturday. And a rematch from Money in the Bank, one of the better matches we've seen in this series. This time no titles. This time it is just pure pride and respect on the line. Drop kick by John Cena, getting the best of that striking battle with the Megastar. And now it's Cena picks him up. The Irish whip sends him into the corner. We already saw LA Knight do a superplex. Is John Cena going to do one now? Oh goodness, this is crazy. Cena heads up to the top rope with LA Knight. Right there, a superplex by Cena! And Cena's got him. No! Knight, penny predicament. Shoulders down, victory roll to get the victory. There's 2. And a kick out by Cena. Oh, it's close. LA almost had it, but Knight with a jab. Knight another one. Spins him round, turns him again. They BFT spiking John in his crowd. That's the second of the match. Knight taking a second one over Cena in the series cover. 2. No, Cena grabbing the bottom rope. Great ring awareness and veteran instinct on display from the Ghosts. There they go. John Cena, LA Knight's ring awareness and veteran instinct not really coming into play in that time on that maneuver, but Knight keeping his foot on the gas pedal, that's what he should do. He's been him before, he wants to do it again. LA Knight, the clothesline out the corner, they're stomping away on the back of the head of John Cena and the arm of Cena. LA Knight stomping again as Cena now fighting back, a shot to the midsection. John Cena now and LA Knight continue their fight, continue to go back and forth, a jab, and now it's Knight, another BFT, the third of the match, the cover, hoops the leg, there's two, and again Cena's gonna grab the ropes, and for the second straight time LA Knight getting tossed by the damn ropes and getting the official runs upon his face. But you gotta keep your attention on Cena at all times against him. And now Cena runs in to get the win, just like that. Jackknife cover, stacks him up, two Knight kicks out. Oh my goodness, and a Knight runs in and a neck breaker by the next star. And here comes Knight. L.A. Knight. Yeah, listen to this place. Oh, there's the elbow drop for the second straight time of the matchup. And L.A. saying yeah. John Cena could be down and out here at SummerSlam. Knight perhaps closing in on a second straight victory against them. Clothesline moves out the way. Big jab by Cena. Big shot by Knight. Knight able to counter. And now it's LA Knight. Grabs him. Wait for a BFT. Cena catching the leg. And now it's John Cena. You can't see him. Look at this from Cena. Attitude adjustment. Cena's rocked. So is Knight though. But Knight wisely fading himself up into the corner. John Cena now banging himself up by the ropes and Cena with a monkey flip out of the corner. Man, oh man. And now it's Cena looking to get his win back from Money in the Bank, picking up a third time in the matchup, and the attitude adjustment connects. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down, center of the ring, and John Cena does it. Gets his win back not only against LA Knight but also against Cody Rhodes from last year at SummerSlam, and has a win under his belt at the biggest party of the summer. And what will be his last SummerSlam event. John Cena victorious tonight against LA Knight in a rematch from Money in the Bank. Tonight there was no titles on the line, but Cena takes it in her pride and her respect. There's two times Knight would have had this matchup won with two consecutive BFTs, but John Cena able to get his hand on the bottom rope on two separate occasions and then put Knight away with a third and emphatic attitude adjustment in the center of the ring. Getting his win back in the megastar. Congratulations, Cena, here at SummerSlam. That matchup right up there with their Money in the Bank Classic. Perhaps just a little bit lower, but nonetheless a great battle tonight in the biggest party of the summer as the show rolls on, because coming up later on, Women's World title on the line as Becky Lynch looks to become a two-time Women's World Champion and looks to do it the same place she did it last year, SummerSlam, as she battles the undefeated Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Gold. Later on this evening, but coming up next, a huge grudge match on the SmackDown side of things, as both men are claiming to be the best that SmackDown has to offer their RNA World Champion, as CM Punk, Roman Reigns go one-on-one for the first time ever next on night one of SummerSlam. Here we go, as CM Punk bringing it back retro style. Bringing an old school tonight for the biggest party of the summer. One of his biggest matches of the series yet. As here comes the second set he sang.
Is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds. CM Punk.
Punk lives by the moniker the best in the world, and he fell short at Bob Blood in his WWE Championship pursuit against Daniel Bryan in a hell of a matchup in Atlanta last month. Looking to get a big win back tonight at SummerSlam, but he's facing a returning superstar that we haven't saw since Backlash. We haven't saw him compete in a match since Backlash in April, that being Roman Reigns, who returned on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago to confront CM Punk, who originally wanted a piece of Drew McIntyre, but Reigns came out of the scene He's tired of Punk calling himself the best in the world, the best around on SmackDown, where he's been failing after opportunity. Couldn't get the title at Clash in Paris, couldn't get the Money in the Bank contract at Money in the Bank, couldn't get the title again at Bad Blood. And tonight, he's going to go down to the OTC as Reigns is going to prove that he is the better of the two men and he runs SmackDown. Those are his words. CM Punk wants to prove him wrong tonight as here comes the head of the table for the first time since Backlash in St. Louis. Listen to this place live tonight in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium with the OTC chants as Roman Reigns returns to KO Productions. Episode 88 of the series. Look at the dude battle in the war of attrition with CM Punk as Roman Reigns puts his one to the sky. To get this matchup just being a SummerSlam caliber main event. This is a SummerSlam caliber match in general, but it's also a WrestleMania caliber match. A WrestleMania caliber main event. But this one, not going on last. Those honors going to Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles in their pursuit of the WWE Undisputed Championship later on. And of course, Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley collide for the Women's World title after this one as well. But it is the fans' main event. It is a marquee match, no doubt about it. First time ever we're seeing it. CM Punk making his debut at the Royal Rumble, entering third in the same matchup, won by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns went on to WrestleMania, win the WWE Championship from Seth freaking Rollins, only to be cashed in on after the fact and only have about a 5-minute reign as champion as Braun Breaker, the unpredictable badass, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract he won on WrestleMania Saturday to become the champion. And of course, he would defeat Roman Reigns at Backlash in a great main event of our first PLE of the season to retain said championship. He would retain it in a 4-way at Clash in Paris against Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, in which he would pin the latter in that one. And then he would be cashed in on prior that 4-way by Daniel Bryan, who won the Money in the Bank contract last season in the 2K24 universe. But wait a minute, CM Punk jumping Reigns before the bell. Punk saying your entrance is way too long. He ain't waiting that long. Look at him gesturing to his wrist. And here we go. Dan Engler slides out of the ring. Matchup is now underway. Reigns not even got his own foul off his neck. But nonetheless, they are trading blows, trading shots. Heavy leather offense between the two of these men who have months and years of hatred behind them. Against each other tonight at the biggest party of the summer. Reigns' right hand, Punk fighting back with one of his own. There's Roman Reigns with a shot. Now CM Punk fighting in. And this is what the crowd tonight in New Jersey and Asbury Park at MetLife Stadium came to see at SummerSlam. Two men with hatred just beating the absolute piss out of one another. And here we go. A hockey fight tonight at SummerSlam between these two massive stars of SmackDown. But of course, with a Superstar shake-up coming up shortly, one of these men might be traded, or maybe even both of them might be traded on Monday Night Raw. As Roman Reigns now pushing Punk off of that collar and elbow tie-up, getting the advantage there, the more powerful of the two. We know CM Punk 218 pounds, Reigns 265 pounds, great power advantage as he backs Punk off into the ropes. Dan Engler, you're official for this one, trying to keep the pace and get these two men separated, but there's too much bad blood. Too much animosity. Enough that CM Punk would jump Reigns before the bell. Not often do we see Punk do manoeuvres like that, but he does it tonight. He don't want to wait to beat the piss out of Roman Reigns. They're back into the lockup here. It's Reigns and Punk as CM Punk got that top wrist lock on the OTC. Reigns going to turn it around and a headlock now on to Punk. And now Punk going to whip him off. Going to send him to the outside. What's Punk thinking? Oh, swinging a miss with that right hand, but CM Punk swinging a miss. That time was no. It's Punk with a back suplex on the hardest part of the ring, spanking Reigns on the apron. Roman hurting hard after that one. His last match coming about 4 months ago, ladies and gentlemen, 113 days ago. The same amount of time that Bayley's United States Championship reign was for. Of course, she lost it earlier on to Chelsea Green. Roman Reigns on the outside. Oh, too busy. Glorious CM Punk with a tope. So maybe the ring rust will be on display for Roman Reigns tonight, as CM Punk could take advantage of that, but Punk has lost multiple back-to-back PLE matches. He's not won a PLE match this series. Wants to win his first tonight. So does Roman Reigns, but he's only had one. Punk had 3 thus far. This is his 4th, looking for the win. Springboard clothesline gets 2 and a kick out by Reigns. Says your official. SmackDown referee Dan Engler. Big shot block, CM Punk with a forearm, and now Punk grabbing him, and Punk now, oh, big boot by Roman Reigns! Sending CM Punk to the outside of the ring. And Reigns is on fire, the crowd has Three Park, New Jersey are loving it, and now he finally gets his Ola Fowler off, and Reigns with a tope suicida! Not often do we see Roman Reigns fly like that, but we're seeing it tonight, the biggest party of the summer, and a Summerslam, it is the exception. Reigns sends him into the barricade as he's just going to continue to pummel the Second City Saint here at ringside. A big boot by the former WWE champion. You can imagine both of these men will be a part of the King of the Ring tournament following SummerSlam. Depending on which brand they're on, there will be an 8-man bracket on the Raw side, an 8-man bracket on the SmackDown side. We will find out the brackets on night 2 tomorrow night of SummerSlam before the main event. With his Gunther and Kurt Angle career versus title as Punk drives Reigns back first into the barricade at ringside. Gonna get back in the ring here, count of 7. He goes in, he goes out to break the count to ensure that this matchup ends in a good conclusion. And to ensure that Punk can continue to beat up Roman Reigns around the ringside area here. But Punk just gonna send him back into the ring. He knows that's the only way to win it here. As now Punk heads up to the top. Roman Reigns slowly but surely get to his feet here on wobbly foundation. Double axe handle off the top by Punk. It's Reigns trying to roll out, trying to catch it, but you're not trying to get a little bit of respite here. But Punk not allowing it and goes after the arm of the OTC. But Reigns to his feet, and Reigns going to catch him with a boot right in the face. Last year's Royal Rumble winner back with a vengeance tonight to take out his frustration and CM Punk and prove that he is the better man. No titles on the line, but surely an opportunity to get a title shot in the future. It's Roman Reigns clubbing clotheslines out of the corner, and a big one out of the corner onto Punk, and now got him where he wants some. Roman Reigns, the steel boy into a pinning, predicament off the powerbomb, cover, 2 count on Punk, and a close call, only getting 2 for Reigns. A very close 2 count, 2.999. CM Punk might already be gassed out in this SummerSlam big time matchup tonight. That is Punk's SummerSlam event. Roman Reigns is second. He took part last year in a matchup against an opponent he did not know who would be going in. But he found out on the night that it was his own cousin, the great one, The Rock. With Rock beating the OTC in the centre of the ring at SummerSlam last season on the opening match of night 2. This year Reigns on the 6th matchup of night 1, fighting with a man he hates on his brand of SmackDown, a man that claims to be the best in the world, that Reigns doesn't believe for a second. Since all of Punk's shortcomings on SmackDown and Championship and Money in the Bank matches this series, is Punk now in a sharpshooter pinning or submission predicament here on Roman Reigns, centre of the ring, shades in his idol, one off, and the Bret Hart, the Hitman, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, get paid homage to, and then some today at SummerSlam off that sharpshooter, but it's Reigns able to escape without catching him with a big flying clothesline around, slamming the head repeatedly into the canvas here in the ring at SummerSlam. Reigns grabbing Punk, the Irish whip sends him into the corner, and Roman Reigns runs right through him. This is total destruction here as Reigns power slam or a body slam. Nothing fancy, damn sure effective. The cover on the centre of the ring, hooking the leg of Punk, the tuna kick out. And the best in the world. You ain't gonna put a man away that calls himself the best in the world, and a man that also sometimes, more often than not, backs it up with a simple body slam. As Reigns tries to keep on the attack on Punk. Punk able to counter out with a jawbreaker. Now Punk for a second time looking for an exploder. Reigns able to counter it, wanting his win back from last year at SummerSlam, wanting to go one-on-one just like John Cena done previously. But wait a minute, it's CM Punk. Falcon Arrow on Roman Reigns. CM Punk has a great pace in this matchup. He is really putting in the paces on Roman Reigns. He is wrestling this matchup at the pace he wants. Crucially not the pace that Roman wants as there's the middle rope. Hurricane Rana by the best in the world. Covered by Punk. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down on the OTC and a kick out. By Roman Reigns that time. Punk pissed off. Going at him again. Big body shot by Reigns and out of nowhere. Roman catching him with a Superman punch. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Wait for victory and a kick out of 2. I see CM Punk. A close call that time. Not just yet. Is Reigns now stomping on the arm of CM Punk. And Reigns makes shots and barrages in the corner. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley collide momentarily after this one for the Women's World title. As do Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. 2 more big title matches coming up tonight. We've already seen 2 championship matches. The winner take all War Games retained by both Kevin Owens and the Judgment Day's Priest and McDonough. And of course, Chelsea Green becoming your new Women's United States Champion, knocking off Bayley. Will we see more title changes or more defenses? We find out moments to come tonight on night 1 of SummerSlam as Reigns firmly in control on CM Punk tonight. Not for long though, I may have jinxed it. It's Punk now fighting back. Punk kick after kick to the hamstring of Roman Reigns. Right to the leg time and time again, and they're picking him up. Punk pile driver! Oh, Reigns getting spiked that time. We know it's CM Punk against the ropes and Punk catching him with a big knee strike. Reigns staring out on the canvas. And there's CM Punk and a corner by submission. He only tried one early on, that being the sharpshooter. Now it's one of his own maneuvers. Punk with the Anaconda since then. Tight no authorities to go in the center line here. Could he tap out or pass out to the pay? That angle right there to see if he will, and if he does, Punk will get a massive one tonight at SummerSlam. But Reigns able to break free of it. The knees right to the back of the head. Punk though trying to fight back, and that's exactly what he's doing. As now it's CM Punk got Reigns where he wants him. Both men might be hurting. You can see the fatigue on both superstars. Starting a kick in as Reigns fighting back with a body blow on CM Punk, following the Anaconda Vice escape from Roman Reigns. And now it's Reigns picking up CM Punk. Flapjack face first goes the best in the world. And now it's Roman Reigns in control, ladies and gentlemen. CM Punk out of the corner, a big shot on the count of the knee. That time by Punk. And now Punk gonna turn Roman Reigns around. What the hell is CM Punk thinking? Gonna send Reigns in the corner, middle rope here, and there it's superplex off the top by CM Punk. And Punk now gonna scramble under the cover. And the center of the ring, hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 on Roman Reigns, and a kick out again by the OTC, the head of the table. The former champion who wants to get a chance to regain that said championship, but he's picking up CM Punk and gonna drop him with an exploder. And Punk now is hurting. These 2 men continue to go back and forth. Time and time again as Punk with that elbow drop right across the chest of the OTC. A second one for a good measure by Punk that time. A stop, moving out the way. Roman Reigns running neck breaker. And both men are down. That took a lot of both participants. Who can capitalise? Who will get the advantage as Punk clutching and favouring his neck badly that time. It's Reigns. Pick up. No, the kick upside the top of the head. Punk sucking him in. Perhaps playing possum that time as Punk picking Reigns up. CM Punk to put away the OTC. Got a slate connecting. Punk getting a cover. Up the GTS. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. And Punk. No, kick out by Roman Reigns. Oh, wow. Who the hell did Reigns kick out of the GTS that time? It's CM Punk the knee in the corner. And then a clothesline by the second city scene. Punk top rope to put him away. Macho Manus. Elbow drop by Punk. The cover. Hook to the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2 on Reigns. And a near fall again. It's these 2 fighting over that top spot in the power rankings. Everyone wants that top spot. Only one can have it between these 2 tonight. This Reigns shot after shot. Punk again, though, continuously kicking the hamstrings of Roman Reigns. And now it's CM Punk grabbing him the Irish whip, and Reigns hard out of the corner. Oh, and CM Punk just having a little bit of fun now doing push-ups. This is not what I expected tonight. CM Punk that confident in this matchup that he's doing some push-ups against Roman Reigns after sending him in the corner. Now he sends him to the outside of the ring. We've already saw them brawl out there. Perhaps we're not done with that, not just yet. A CM Punk with a slingshot crossbody to the floor. Taking out Roman Reigns at ringside and stomping away on the Tribal Chief. Stomp after stomp on the outside and now picking him up. It's CM Punk battling with him and now busting him wide open off that calf kick. Right to the chest, I believe, of Reigns. Oh, now clearing the announce table. CM Punk got dire intentions. We've seen him do maneuvers through that table in the past. And I believe Roman Reigns might be the next victim of that. As he goes back out and then does Punk to break the count. Referee Dan England must start all over again, and now he reaches a count of 2 as CM Punk placing Roman Reigns on our announce table here. This feels like a main event of SummerSlam. It's not even the main event of night 1. As Reigns and Punk battle on the table. Wait a minute, Reigns! A Uranagi through the table and a Punk! Roman Reigns breaking the table. What parties tonight at SummerSlam as listeners place chanting this as awesome indeed it is. As Reigns could make this one thing over to prove he's the top guy. Out the corner now to put Punk away. There's the spear. Reigns cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 7th ring. This is it. There's 2 and Roman Reigns. Oh! Punk kicks out. What on earth is it going to take? That Punk power on, ladies and gentlemen. What an unbelievable battle. The war of attrition tonight at SummerSlam. Showing everybody what it takes to be the top guy. These 2 men are the epitome of top guys. Reigns a former champ. Punk, no doubt about it, a future champ. Reigns, you're gonna imagine a swell gonna be a future champ as CM Punk that time. Float over neck breaker after the damage he just took. Back to doing push-ups. Don't know who wise that is, Punk. That spinning soul boot. Turned by Roman Reigns. And look at the power of Reigns. The one-arm spine buster after the leg big. Oh, but Reigns gets caught by Punk and Punk now. Gonna kick it off. Reigns now into the corner. CM Punk, what's he thinking? The knee at the corner. Punk grabs him. Waist lock after the knee of Roman Reigns. Nicely done. We've already seen him try a submission. Reigns to his feet. Reigns with that flying clothesline on the CM Punk. That's stop. Punk to his feet. And now it's CM Punk. Oh goodness. Punk to his feet. Second time of the match. And they're going to sleep on Roman Reigns. Cover. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. Slowing turn. Punk. No. And a second GTS. It ain't over yet. The second one still is enough to put Roman Reigns away. And a fantastic fight tonight at SummerSlam. Punk, oh, and a backbreaker on a Roman. A backbreaker of mega proportions. But Reigns, wait a minute, Reigns guillotine. Leaps on him and a jumping guillotine. Got the body scissors on Punk as well. We'll see him Punk tap out here. Or will he pass out due to the pain? Referee Dan England right down to see if he will. If he does, Reigns will prove ultimately that he is the top guy of SmackDown without a championship around his waist. Guillotine since then. Punk in dire straits right here. But somehow the Second City Saint fights out of it. Bridging through. Gets out of the guillotine back to a vertical base. Inside cradle Punk. Shoulders down. Small package for the win. And he makes necessary. Reigns kicks out. What a match. Tonight at SummerSlam. You see the welts and the sweat forming on both of these superstars. They're throwing everything out there tonight at SummerSlam. It's Reigns and Punk continue to battle tonight. Reigns shot, Punk block, knee right there to the midsection. Reigns with an elbow right on the knee of CM Punk. The kick by Reigns to the hamstring of Punk. Right hand by Roman Reigns. Shoulder tap on the corner, turner by Punk. These two men are throwing out everything they got. Reigns got on the corner. And Roman Reigns colliding with him at the corner. And yet another body slam by the OTC. What an unbelievable match. It's Reigns to put away Punk off the ropes. And Reigns with a second spear of the match. Come on. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, to prove he's the guy. 2, 3, no! Punk gonna survive. Can't even talk. This matchup is crazy. It's chaotic. Reigns with a flying clothesline on a CM Punk who rolls out of the corner. And I CM Punk, oh wait a minute, Reigns just took out the official. Dan England been taken out by Reigns. Reigns not exactly best pleased with the fact that this match ain't over. He feels like Dan Angle didn't count quick enough. It's Roman Reigns out the corner. Side slam that time. Cover him, Roman. There's no referee though. He is down, but wait a minute. Punk to his feet. Conveniently so at the official Dan Angle. There's the third GTS. Punk covers. That's it. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 2, 3 down. Reigns still alive. Reigns still alive. Oh, good luck following this matchup. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I'm sure they'll have great showings. But this is on a whole new level tonight. Delivering on all expectations as now it's Roman Reigns out of the corner to put this matchup away and put it in the rear view mirror. There's the Superman punch cover. Hooks the leg. Scores 2. Punk with a shoulder up again. Oh, Reigns has gotta be furious. He's already attacked the official. There's no more you can do but just keep attacking your opponent, CM Punk. But Punk still surviving, and Punk again with the Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice on Reigns. Dropping that on and choking out the OTC when they put him away here. Well, Reigns top her pass out to the pin. Ripley down Angle right to the CP well, and if he does, Punk will get the ultimate victory tonight at Summerslam. Get his first PLE win of the season. And prove that he is the man going forward. Here on SmackDown, who's not a champion against the OTC Reigns, but Reigns survives. Knee right on the back of the neck by Roman that time. What an unbelievable fight. CM Punk side Russian leg sweep. Both men are down, hurting hard. Taking a lot of punishment tonight. And probably the match of the night thus far at SummerSlam. But Reigns to his feet off that stomp attempt. Roman pick up. Uranage on a Punk. Reigns has had enough of this one. Want to put Punk away. The clothesline out of the corner on the second city set. And here comes Reigns out the corner for a final shot. No, he went for the spear. Punk caught him with a knee. Perfectly placed on the top of the head. Reigns went for a third spear. Punk picks him up though. Into a fourth. Gonna sleep, and that's gonna do it. Cover up the GTS. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. There's 2. And Punk wins it. Punk, undoubtedly the top guy of SmackDown, who is not a champion, puts away the OTC in his return match to the company for the first time since Backlash in April. And Reigns now suffering a second PLE defeat in the series. On just his second PLE appearance, whereas CM Punk wins his first PLE match of the series, and an incredible war against Roman Reigns. I mean, this one could have went either way. And what a fight it was. There was the third GTS following the inverted knockdown, or well, probably inverted knockdown of Dan Angle by Roman Reigns. The only 2 count that time of the third GTS, but it was this right here, the fourth. After Punk countered the third spear with a knee to the temple of the already busted open Reigns, there was the GTS, the final nail on the coffin for the 1, 2, 3 and a huge victory in this fantastic match for CM Punk.
Here is your winner,
Congratulations, Punk. These men went through it all. They went through the ringer. But on the other side of it is the second city saint, who stands tall, victorious for the first time on a PLE this season. Congratulations goes out to CM Punk. Commiserations to Roman Reigns. But what a hell of an effort brought tonight by the head of the table. And what a hell of a match on night 1 of the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam Saturday. But coming up next in your penultimate contest of the evening, the WWE Women's World title is up for grabs as Becky Lynch looks to become a 2-time Women's World Champion of the same show. She won her first title at last year at SummerSlam. She battles the undefeated Rhea Ripley next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor, for the match introductions. Your penultimate showdown of the evening, as here comes the challenger out first for this Women's World Championship battle tonight. And the biggest party of the summer, the women who won the Women's World Championship last year at SummerSlam. And she won it in a huge way. Nonetheless, the man, Big Time Becky Lynch, cashed in her Money in the Bank contract ahead of time that she won in London at the Money in the Bank contract in the 2K24 series for a scheduled match against Champion the Boss, Sasha Banks, in which Becky Lynch was able to win on that night and become a Women's World Champion. She ended up having a 167-day reign until she lost it all to Alexa Bliss at King of the Ring on the April 27th event in Miami last season. But she looks to become a two-time Women's World Champion by winning the world title tonight on the same stage she won it last year, that being SummerSlam. The only difference was last year she won it on night 2. Tonight she looks to win it on night 1, as she was able to knock off Io Sky and Bianca Belair in a triple threat #1 contendership matchup to earn the spot for her first time ever contest with Rhea Bloody Ripley right here, right now, live tonight at SummerSlam in MetLife Stadium. A lot of first time ever matches tonight. Roman Reigns and CM Punk colliding for the first time. Keith Lee and Bobby Roode colliding for the first time. And tonight, for the first time, we're seeing Rhea Ripley one-on-one with a man, Becky Lynch. And here comes the Women's World Champion, currently undefeated in this series. Never been pinned, never been submitted, not even lost a match by counter or disqualification or even like a tag match or anything like that. She has been a dominant force just like she was in the NXT brand last series. This time she has taken over Monday Night Raw by storm, and it's Rhea Bloody Ripley winning the gold at Backlash Premium Live event on the 25th of April of this series. That's 113 days as Women's World Champion. Much like Bayley's reign as US Champion, which came to an end, will the same fate be saw for Rhea Ripley tonight. It remains to be seen at SummerSlam, as Rhea was able to defeat Io Sky on that night to become the new Women's World Champion, ending Io's reign at not even one defense, successfully defended by Sky, as Rhea was able to put an end to that reign of Sky, as she's always beaten Io in this series. Io never scored a win over Rhea Ripley, even last season included. That's the first time ever matchup. Rhea was able to beat Io Sky in the rematch on Monday Night Raw after Backlash. Was also able to defeat the likes of Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez as she looks to defend her Women's World Championship for the 5th time here tonight at SummerSlam. And what a fight it is going to be with Becky Lynch. You see dream matches blurring out a lot. This is a big dream match, especially for the women's division. Probably the biggest dream match of said women's division, as Rhea puts her gold on the line tonight and her undefeated streak in this series on the line against former world champion, looking to become two-time champ Becky Lynch. Is that right there is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted Women's World Championship of Monday Night Raw, as we head down the ring now with the official ring introductions from the great Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Dublin, Ireland, the man, Becky Lynch. And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Thank you, Alicia, for the great introductions, as Rhea Ripley looks ready for her biggest match of her career against Becky Lynch for the Women's World title tonight at SummerSlam. Make or break moment for the career of Ripley. Make or break moment for the career of Lynch as well, wanting to become the first ever two-time Women's World Champion. The WWE Women's title of SmackDown's had multiple re-champions such as Charlotte Flair and Asuka. Asuka a 3-time champ, Charlotte a 4-time Women's champ for the WWE Women's title last series, but the Women's World title never had a repeat owner. Becky Lynch wanting to make history tonight as Sean Bennett as your official Raw referee rings the bell. Match up on the way for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. Here we go, 10 staring to get it started. Like we said, man, good luck following this. After the great battle we saw with CM Punk and Roman Reigns moments ago, great luck following it, giving these ladies involved It is going to be a great battle. They're going to follow it to perfection. Becky Lynch pinning predicament here off the schoolgirl kick out. Off the waist lock there from Becky Lynch. Back into a collarable tie-up here tonight at SummerSlam. Becky now grabs Rhea into a side headlock. Becky Lynch now, what's she going to maintain? It's Lynch absolutely wrenching away on the Eradicator. Lynch now turns it around now, and Becky got the advantage on Rhea Ripley in the early goings of this one here. Got the arm wringer, the wrist lock on the WWE Women's World Champion, the undefeated Rhea Ripley, who has been making a statement on Monday Night Raw. It was just this past week on Raw, defeating Zelina Vega in about a minute or two in her warm-up match ahead of this matchup tonight against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for her championship. So didn't break a sweat in that matchup with Vega at all, but she might break a sweat in this one against Becky Lynch, a decorated champion and a first ballot Hall of Famer once her career is all said and done. Rhea Ripley transforms out the hammerlock now into the side headlock onto Becky Lynch. Lynch is in trouble. Rhea Ripley is absolutely wrenching away, but Becky able to throw her off, bumping into the official that time. Sean Bennett, but Becky runs in. Look at that, crucifix, pinning predicament, cover 2, and a kick out. Says Sean Bennett. Only puts up the one finger, in fact, so only a 1 count there for Becky Lynch. They're too busy. And into this crowd, and Rhea Ripley, that's going to give her the opportunity to get back into this one now. The arm wringer onto the man this time. What a main event we still have in store. AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and of course we talk about matches coming up tomorrow night. Gunther, Kurt Angle, career versus title for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. Lara Valkyria, Jade Cargill colliding as well. The WWE Women's Championship. How about Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu for the United States title? Io Sky, Liv Morgan for the Women's Intercontinental title as Liv will look to defend it in her hometown here of New Jersey, here in Asbury Park. Right now it's Rhea back into the hammerlock on Becky Lynch. So much more action coming up tomorrow night on night 2 of SummerSlam. We'll get to it following the conclusion of this matchup and before the beginning of our main event between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhea dropping Becky face first on the canvas, now grabbing a clothesline. Rhea, another clothesline, and here comes the flurry of offense from the WWE Women's World Champion. There's a nice calf kick. Rhea Ripley. Yeah, the impact on that shot got Becky right across the jaw that time. And now it's Rhea. Going to kick back her up against the ropes. Ripley just going to make Becky Lynch hurt tonight. Oh, man. Hanging her up on the top rope. Got first. And look at this. Rhea stomp after stomp to the chest as she held her arms down. Rhea Ripley now middle rope. Looking to capitalise now. Big splash by Rhea. Hooks the leg of Becky. Looks to retain right here. Shoulders down the 2 and a kick out by Lynch. Lynch wanting to become a 2-time champ. Wanting to repeat history from last year at SummerSlam, where she won gold against Sasha Banks. Jawbreaker from Becky Lynch on a Rhea Ripley. Knife edge chop. Knife edge chop again from Lynch. Another knife edge. Another knife edge by Becky. Becky continuing to fight, and now it's Lynch with a big exploder on a Rhea Ripley. Rhea rolling out, trying to catch a breather. On the outside of the ring is now it's Becky Lynch. Going to take the fight to her on the floor. Knife edge after knife edge on the outside. Now it's Becky Lynch. What is Lynch thinking here? We're going to send her shoulder first into that barricade, and that may be a gnarly injury for Rhea Ripley heading out of this matchup tonight at SummerSlam. But Ripley's still fighting on the floor with a big boot on a Lynch. Now Rhea Ripley going to drag her and send her back into the ring here as Sean Bennett continuing his count of 4 here. Top rope goes Rhea. Tippy top, looking to fly on the missile. Drop kick off the top, right on the dome of Lynch. Cover. Rhea looking to retain. Hooks the leg, shoulders down. 2 count again and a kick out. Says the official Bennett. Nothing here fall. Becky survives the boot, the counter. Lynch to her feet and Becky Lynch running in shoulder tackle. Both of them are down though, including the challenger Becky. Who was the woman that delivered that shot on Rhea? Rhea down to her feet first before Lynch as both women recovering. Big clothesline by Ripley, but a clothesline by Becky didn't get all of it. But down goes Ripley. Wait a minute, Becky after the arm. Wait a minute, the sacrifice! Oh, goodness! Trying to dislocate the arm. Already setting the shoulder into the barricade, and now it's Lynch with more great offense. Becky picks her up and drops her face first. Lynch the cover, becoming 2-time Women's World Champion. Hooks the leg, only 1. Says Ripley, who powers out of that one. Very powerful and An enthusiastic kick out that time from Ripley, but now it's Becky Lynch with the leg drops. Great action from Lynch, now looking for even more leg drops. Here is the man. Off the ropes, there's one. And they're going to turn in. And mid-move. My, oh my. 360 leg drop that time from Becky Lynch. Where's Rhea Ripley? Wait a minute, picking her up. Look at the power of Rhea. And Rhea going to drop her face first into the canvas. Ripley that time. Into the cover, electric drop face buster. Hooks the leg, shoulders down, and Becky going to survive. It's her quest, her goal of becoming a two-time Women's World Champion in the same place she won the gold last year. As staying alive tonight at Summerslam, but maybe not for long as Rhea sends her into the corner. They're going to drop her face first for the third Alabama Slam. Becky hitting that canvas in a gnarly way, and look at Rhea. Oh, well, this is not a technical masterpiece or anything. This is just a mugging from the champion, but Becky able to fight back and kick her off. And now Lynch now going to kick her in the back. Oh, great strike by Lynch that time, but moving out the way is Rhea Ripley, and Rhea again catching her with a boot to the moosh. Oh no, I've seen this before. The slow and methodical crawl onto the opponent by Rhea as a deliberate headbutts. Repeated strikes by the champion Ripley. And Rhea might be putting this match away. We've already saw a big shot from Rhea, but the headbutt avoided by Becky Lynch that time. With a European uppercut, and now it's Lynch. And disarm her submission hold. Nowhere for her to go, got the arm in a precarious position. Rhea in trouble, center of the ring. Won't she tap out here, pass out to the pain? Referee right there, Sean Bennett, to see if Rhea will submit here. If she does, Becky Lynch will walk out the two-time Women's World Champion. Repeat history from last year, but Rhea going to push her off. Not going to happen just yet. As Rhea turns her around. Waist lock, pick up, body slam by Ripley. Oh man, and Becky falls in a heap and now trying to crawl herself back to the corner. Going to get back into this one, but what the hell is Ripley thinking here? Going to drop with a glam slam, tight maneuver, face first, into the top turnbuckle as Ripley continues her attack in the corner, but wait a minute, Becky getting that boot that time. To the back, and now Becky, shoulders down, pinning predicament, rolls through Lynch for the Women's World Championship, become a two-time champion, to repeat history, and a kick on a two. Rhea Ripley, but Becky catching her with a boom. That's what Becky needed. Great manoeuvre that time from Becky Lynch. But a big kick by Rhea Ripley, able to counter it. Now it's Rhea, the kick to the midsection. Ripley hooking around, looking to retain her Women's World title, and there's a riptide, a variation of it. The cover to retain, hooks the leg, shoulders down, pinning predicament, and Lynch gonna kick out. Her dreams surviving tonight. Still alive and becoming two-time Women's Champion at the same place that she done it last year. That being SummerSlam. Of course, last year it wasn't in this arena. It wasn't in the stadium of MetLife. It was in Cleveland. But nonetheless, it's the same event as Becky wants to repeat history, become a two-time champ. Suplex in the corner at Ripley. Becky's got her opportunity now. Stay on her, Becky. Rhea Ripley could be down and out. Lynch to become a two-time champ. This is at the Sushi beat Banks last year at SummerSlam. Manhandle slam, and this is she got the opportunity tonight at this year's SummerSlam. Cover two for the title. No, kick out. Ripley gets the shoulder on. Oh, what a fight, ladies and gentlemen. It's Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley colliding for the Women's World title tonight. And your penultimate match of night one of SummerSlam Saturday. Lynch, Molly, go round, pinning predicament, shoulders down for the title. Two for history. No, kick out. Lynch wanted to make history, wanted to repeat it too. Not yet though. The boot, the counter, Rhea double leg takedown. Nothing fancy, but it's damn sure effective. Stomp moving out of the way. Lynch, crucifix driver again. Rhea's rocked. Rhea to her feet though. What the hell's Rhea thinking? Big right hand. Turns around. Second time of the matchup. Electric chair. Face first goes Becky. And that's gotta be it. Rhea Ripley now to retain her Women's World Championship. Heading up to the top rope with a frog splash by the champion who's feeling froggy. The cover to retain. That'll do it. Hooks the legs. Shoulders down. There's two. Becky powerfully kicking out though. A very enthusiastic near fall by the challenger. Lynch is Ripley can't believe it, but she's gonna keep her foot in the gas pedal and keep on keeping on against Lynch. But Lynch jawbreaker back to her feet, and now it's Becky. Wait a minute, rolls in to get another dice arm. Oh, and she's got her Oh man, and Ripley's in trouble. Nowhere for her to go. Here will she tap her, pass out due to the pain. If she does, she will lose her first match of the series by submission, no less. And not only that, lose her women's world title to the man Becky Lynch, who will become champion for the second straight time at SummerSlam. Sean Bennett right there to see if Ripley will get that due to the pain, but Rhea powerfully again surviving it. And her right hand turns around. Oh, we saw this earlier for Ripley. We're going to see it again. She knows these maneuvers have worked in the past in this matchup, and they're going to be used again to her advantage. But Becky back to her feet, and now it's Becky. Wait a minute. Roll through the schoolboy, the powerbomb. And the schoolgirl, and the powerbomb by Becky Lynch. In the corner, seated out, drop kick by Becky. Becky heads to the top. Rhea's face, and all sorts of hurt. Lynch moonsault. The top, Becky, the corner for the championship, hooks the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out of two. What a match tonight for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. They are following the Punk Roman matchup just superbly, I'll tell you. It's Rhea, schoolgirl, to hang on to her Women's World Championship, just like that. Turn out a kick out by Becky Lynch. A very close battle there, man. It's Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch fighting out in the corner this time. What's Rhea thinking? I'm going to drop her out of the corner the hard way that time. It's Rhea Ripley. And a Rhea. And a wee dead left side out powerbomb in order to retain her Women's World Championship and keep her undefeated streak going. And a kick out by Becky Lynch. It's Rhea wants to make sure that Becky doesn't repeat history. Doesn't become a two-time Women's World Champion in the same place she won it last year. That being SummerSlam. Doesn't want to do it at her expense, but she might, because Becky with a second man handle slam cover, hook the leg. There's two. Becky, no! Kick out by Rhea. Kick out by Rhea. Oh my days! What a fight as a big boot again. Connects by Ripley. Becky almost had it off that second manhandle slam, and now it's Rhea. The Prism Drop submission. That's how she defeated Liv Morgan at Money in the Bank in Los Angeles to retain the Women's World title. Can she do it tonight again against Becky Lynch? It's locked in tight, nowhere for Lynch to go. Sean Bennett right there to see if she'll tap it or pass out due to the pain. If she does, Ripley will retain her Women's World title. Will keep her undefeated streak intact and will stop Lynch from becoming a two-time Women's World Champion at SummerSlam like she won her first title last year. But Lynch able to fight out through it. How the hell is she doing it? And out Becky. Kick to the midsection. Knife-edge chop. Look at these strikes from Lynch. No. Drop that one from Rhea. And wait a minute, the headbutt from Ripley this time. And it's Rhea Ripley. Razor's Edge from the Eradicator. Another pick-up. And a boot her in the face is Rhea. And that's just that. It is all over for Lynch. Irish whip sends her hard into the corner. Becky Lynch is rocked, is stunned, she's dead, she don't know where she is. Wobbly foundation as Rhea takes her to the corner. All the way off the top with a superplex by the champion is Becky Lynch hitting on the centre of the ring. Well, that's the last place, loving the action. This is awesome indeed, and I see the crowd in New Jersey tonight in MetLife, but it could be over as Ripley looking for a second riptide. Ahead of more punishment that she received earlier on that Lynch, stacking her up, Ripley to retain, shoulders down the two, and that'll do it. Rhea Ripley does it and retains the Women's World title. Remains undefeated. Her 113-day reign will continue, and unfortunately for Becky Lynch, lightning is not going to strike twice. She may have won her first Women's World title at SummerSlam. She may win her second Women's World title at some point down in her career in the future. But it won't be tonight. Is Rhea Ripley proven to be too good for the man? What a match that was. Team two women went out there, put it all on the line for the Women's World title. Show why it is so important to these women of the Monday Night Raw roster. And this was the final nail in the coffin of Lynch's matchup tonight. She had a great showing, but was not good enough for the Eradicator. Stacked her up off that second riptide for the 1, 2, 3, and still Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Here is your winner and still the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Ripley is absolutely unstoppable. Who can take that gold for her if anyone? Gonna have to find out in weeks and months to come, but let's find out what's going down tomorrow night on Summerslam Sunday. The action begins tomorrow night on Summerslam Sunday with a mammoth United States Championship encounter as undefeated champion the Samoan Wolf Jacob Fatu battles a once upon a time undefeated Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre for the red, white, blue and gold, followed by the Women's Intercontinental Championship of Raw being defended as the champion Liv Morgan defends it in her home state of New Jersey against #1 contender, former Women's World Champion and Women's Elimination Chamber winner last season, Io Sky. Then a big grudge match in the SmackDown side of things. The unpredictable badass former WWE Champion Braun Breaker collides with former United States Champion The Viper Randy Orton. Cannot wait for that one tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, cannot wait for this one. 6 superstars SummerSlam gauntlet for an opportunity at either the Intercontinental or the United States Championship, depending on which brand you're a part of. Chad Gable, Aleister Black and Carmelo Hayes represent SmackDown, whereas Rusev, Sami Zayn and Logan Paul represent the red brand of Raw. Then for the SmackDown tag titles, the WWE Tag Gold on the line, World Tag Team titles, Tamatonga, Solo Sikoa of the MFTs, the challengers against the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar for the tag gold of SmackDown. And then another grudge match on Monday Night Raw. The undefeated Fiend Bray Wyatt collides with former WWE Champion and last year's King of the Ring, Seth freaking Rollins. And in your penultimate matchup of SummerSlam Sunday, the WWE Women's Championship up for battle, Jade Cargill, the undefeated champion in singles competition, collides and makes her 5th defense of the gold against the upstart former NXT champion and #1 contender, Lyra Valkyria. And in the main event of tomorrow night, it is career versus title as Kurt Angle puts his career on the line against the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther for the gold. All that so much more tomorrow night on SummerSlam Sunday. But coming up next, it is time for your mid-event evening. The undisputed WWE Championship on the line as challenger AJ Styles, the former champ, looks to regain gold that he lost last year at SummerSlam against the champion Daniel Bryan next at New Jersey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Here we go. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. What a main event this is going to be, as here comes the challenger, showing off his lone wolf vibes, his evil ways, looking to become a 2-time undisputed WWE Champion tonight in your main event. It is former United States Champion and the inaugural Universal Champion, I should say, AJ Styles. Styles, ladies and gentlemen, winning a gauntlet match to become the #1 contender, a 5-superstar gauntlet match on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago, where he was in there with the likes of CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. It was only him and McIntyre in the final two, as AJ Styles with the 5th man out. Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, CM Punk also a part of that gauntlet. Eliminated during the way. McIntyre entered 3, eliminated Braun Breaker, who eliminated Randy Orton. Then McIntyre eliminated Punk, and then Styles entered 5th and defeated the Scottish Warrior, giving Drew his 4th pinfall defeat in the entirety of the series, both last and this season. But it was last year at SummerSlam where AJ Styles was still the inaugural Universal Champion. That's what the undisputed WWE Championship is now known as. It was first the Universal Championship. AJ Styles carried that title into the main event of Night 2 of SummerSlam and lost it to said Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. He wants to win that championship back at the same stage he lost it. Becky Lynch couldn't recapture the Women's World title at the same stage she won it last year. Can Styles recapture it at the same stage he lost it last year? We find out as here comes the undisputed WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan. Bryan defeating Braun Breaker at Clash in Paris and cashing in his Money in the Bank contract he won last season at the 2K24 Money in the Bank event in London, England. Cashing in almost at the last possible minute. He had a month left and he wasted no time at the end of it. putting away Breaker, defeating him at Money in the Bank this year in retention of that title and defeating CM Punk as well at Bad Blood Atlanta, coming into his third defense tonight against AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. Bryan coming a long way as SummerSlam is concerned. His last season at SummerSlam, he squared off one-on-one in the second matchup of night one against Andrade and losing effort as well. Well, tonight, a lot has changed as he is defending that right there. Beautiful undisputed WWE Championship. It is beautiful, it is prestigious, it is coveted, it is SmackDown's prize, and Bryan putting on the line against Styles in your main event as we head into the ring with Mike Rome in the ring introduction.
And his opponent, from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan!
Thank you, Mike Rome. As Daniel Bryan has now started his 85th day as undisputed WWE Champion. His Intercontinental Championship reign, which ended at WrestleMania last year, at the end of last season, was 86 days. So 1 day shy, he might lose it to AJ Styles, who might be the first ever two-time Universal Champion, of course now known as the undisputed WWE Championship. As main SmackDown official, senior referee Charles Robinson has signed the duties for your SummerSlam Saturday main event. Here we go, matchup underway. He rings the bell as Bryan rushing Styles right upside the gate. Oh, Bryan is much more aggressive in his outings recently, and he's showing that tonight against AJ Styles, who isn't coming out of this matchup with a load of momentum, as we mentioned in the Samoa Joe Cody Rhodes match. AJ Styles losing to Joe in singles competition a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown, and then this past week on the Blue Brand on Wednesday night, Bryan and Joe scored a tag team victory over Samoa Joe and over AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, with Joe tapping out the American Nightmare. Rhodes, of course, got his win back earlier on tonight. Let's see if Styles can and come out your new undisputed WWE Champion and be a two-time champion up by Bryan out the corner with a bulldog on AJ Styles. That picks up the phenomenal one. You know what? Vulnerable child takes him into the corner. Styles able to counter at that time. Now it's AJ Styles, the forearm, the shot, and now it's AJ the pick up the side effect by the phenomenal one who's loving it tonight at SummerSlam. What a main event, man. AJ Styles, 2 consecutive SummerSlam main events. What a window that doesn't want to go 0-2 as he lost the title in the main event of SummerSlam Night 2 last season. As AJ hands out Bryan on the top rope, that time throat first as now AJ, the slingshot forearm to the outside. Taking out T-Bryan. As Charles Robinson oversees the action tonight in your main event of SummerSlam Saturday for the undisputed WWE title. Styles off the apron, and we see this almost every Styles matchup of the season. Takes him out. The moonsault off the apron to the floor. Styles now going to send T-Bryan back into the squared circle here tonight. And the biggest party of the summer in your main event of night one of this 2-night extravaganza. Styles top rope, double axe handle by the challenger. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down for the title here tonight already. Hooks the leg to the kick out, says Charles Robinson, your referee. What a night it has been on SummerSlam Saturday. You do not want to miss SummerSlam Sunday. We mentioned all the great matches we have in store for you. You think this one was great? Just wait till you get a hold of tomorrow night's action and the biggest party of the summer's now. Bryan taking control on AJ Styles. That elbow perfectly placed right on the top of the head of the phenomenal one. Then it's Daniel Bryan heading up to the middle rope, looking to fly. Here is AJ Styles. Oh, there's the kick by Bryan, and Bryan with a cross body taking out AJ Styles. Bryan saying no, no, no. Saying Styles will not walk out the champion tonight. We've only seen one title change this evening on SummerSlam Saturday, that being Chelsea Green becoming the United States champion, as Kevin Owens and the Judgment Day retained their Intercontinental and Tag titles respectively in War Games in the opening match in the WCW Fall Brawl War Games arena. As Daniel Bryan been busted wide open off that patented AJ Styles knee off the rope. And now Styles heads up to the top. He throws, flies by the challenge on the cover. Hooks the leg, shoulders down for the undisputed WWE title. Two-time champion coming kick out by Daniel Bryan. Bryan trying to roll out again. Rolling to the ropes, and Styles clotheslines and sends him to the floor and eliminated from the Royal Rumble. If this matchup was said match. And now Styles, wait a minute, tope on him. No, moving out the way, it was Bryan. Out of bounds that time with the undisputed WWE champion. Styles not connecting, and Styles now going to get caught and dropped with a DDT on the floor by Bryan. It could be Bryan looking to fly, or maybe take a count out victories. Charles Robinson here at a count of 3, but hold on. Daniel Bryan, oh, there's that sliding baseball slide kick. And a tope cross body by Bryan. And the count has restarted all over again. We saw in the previous matchup your penultimate showdown, Rhea Ripley still remaining undefeated in this series, retaining her Women's World Championship against the man Becky Lynch. Lynch not able to win the WWE Women's World Championship on 2 back-to-back SummerSlam events. Let's see if AJ Styles can win a WWE Undisputed Championship matchup at the main event of SummerSlam. He lost one last year. Bryan wants to make sure that becomes some sort of record. But AJ Styles off of the barricade that time. With a big-time blockbuster count of 8. Styles this time gonna connect with a tope con halo. Off the barricade, blockbuster. Styles now throwing caution when trying to do anything it takes to walk out tonight. Your new undisputed WWE champ, become a 2-time champ in the process. Bryan now going to send Styles back into the ring here. This matchup heating up in your SummerSlam Night 1 main event. Daniel Bryan heading up high red district, top rope. He's panning to the crowd. A lot of showboating, but there's AJ Styles trying to stop him with a strike. Nice right hand. Bryan able to stop him. One of his own. And Bryan a headbutt to a standing Styles. Off the top. Covered by Bryan. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down to retain. There's 2 and a kick out by AJ. AJ survives, at least for now. The stomp by Bryan. And there's a knee right on the top of the head of the number 1 contender, AJ Styles. Bryan feels like AJ doesn't deserve the shot at the championship, given his win-loss record as of late following that gauntlet victory. But now it's AJ, a calf crusher. Bryan may eat his words, and he may tap out right here, or pass out to the pain of ordering AJ Styles his second undisputed WWE Championship in the process. Charles Robinson right there to see if Bryan will submit, and Bryan gonna survive it. Elbow right on the lower back, and now it's Daniel Bryan. DDT that time onto AJ Styles. Now Bryan picks him up, double underhook, butterfly, into a suplex, bridging Styles, the pin, the cover, the 2, and a kill on the kick out by AJ that time. Great technical matchup here. I believe that's the first time we're seeing these two going at it. I may be wrong, they may have collided in the 2K24 Universal Mode Series when both men were a part of SmackDown, and of course AJ got traded over a Raw after SummerSlam and the Superstar shake-up that came with it. If he is unsuccessful tonight, that could happen again this series, as he could go over to Monday Night Raw. If Bryan remains on SmackDown, or maybe the other way around, who knows, but right now it's AJ Styling, DDT off that moonsault, DDT off the springboard. AJ Styles is on fire, looking for victory, and looking to walk out. The new champ tonight, but a frog splash off the middle rope, countered by Bryan. Knees up to the midsection. Bryan, the Irish whip, sends him in the corner. Bryan, the fist chop. And here comes Bryan off the ropes, and a big time drop kick to the temple of AJ Styles. The impact on that shot is Bryan now. Looks to put AJ away in this one. Top rope goes the champion, flying go with a headbutt off the top on Styles. Cover, hooks the leg, shoulders down. Charles Robinson now in position, scoring 2. Bryan a retain, a kick out by AJ. Styles there powerfully getting his shoulder off the mat. And this great main event. And what has been a great SummerSlam Saturday, as look at Bryan, slingshot crossbody back to the inside of the ring. That is something else. Thing of beauty, the back and forth on a clothesline by AJ Styles. But Bryan couldn't get him there. AJ able to knock him back down the sides, almost decapitating with that clothesline in the boots from AJ. And a pick up by Styles. We've seen him do this already in the matchup, and we'll see him do it again. A suplex neckbreaker by the Phenomenal One. That was AJ. Again on the champion. The pick up, the brainbuster by AJ Styles. Now both better hurting though. Crucial part of the matchup. Who can capitalise? Who can take advantage here tonight of the biggest party of the summer? in your main event of night one. AJ with stomp after stomp right at the top of the head of Daniel Bryan. Bryan to his feet, and Bryan catches him with a big time elbow, busting Styles wide open in the process. AJ's going to crimson mask now, and that may cost him to lose this matchup for the championship in the main event. Bryan at the corner, running knee by the champion. Cover, hook in the leg, shoulders down to retain the turn, and a kick out by AJ Styles. Wow. Oh, this main event heating up, folks, as that is how Bryan became the undisputed WWE champion in his cash-in against Braun Breaker at the end of Clash in Paris a couple of months back. It's Daniel Bryan now, cattle mutilation, but Charles Robinson saying there's a rope break. I believe AJ's boots underneath the ropes. Bryan's better instinct and ring awareness not exactly coming to play there, but the middle rope headbutt may take AJ Styles out of the equation here. Now mocking the counter mutilation back in. This time no ropes to save the phenomenal one. As the submission locked in tight. Nowhere for AJ to go here. He could tap out. He could pass out to the pain. If he does, Bryan will retain the undisputed WWE Championship, and Styles will lose 2 back-to-back title main events at Summerslam. And AJ fading out of the great counter mutilation submission hold. How the hell is he doing it? I don't know. But AJ Styles, a flying forearm onto Daniel Bryan. And again, those stomps by AJ Styles continuously going at it. Now Daniel Bryan the counter that time. Don't know what Styles was thinking there. Knife edge chop. Perhaps he was looking for that pop-up Styles Clash, the deadlift version. But now it's AJ Styles going to do one of his own. He's going to do the proper version. The pick up on the Bryan for the championship. The Styles Clash connects the cover, the pinning predicament for the WWE title. 2, 3, no! Bryan's going to kick out. Oh, well, we're getting on them championship rounds now, ladies and gentlemen, and your main event of the evening here on SummerSlam Saturday. Some great matches tonight, such as Roman Reigns and CM Punk, LA Knight and John Cena, Cody Rhodes and Samoa Joe, Bayley and Chelsea Green, Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, and of course this banger. Let's not forget War Games and Keith Lee and Bobby Roode as well. But Bryan on the outside of the ring. AJ Styles trying to follow in pursuit by Bryan. That time hangs him up to dry throat first off the top turnbuckle. Now it's Bryan the Irish Whip going to send him out to the apron. AJ the counter, AJ the forearm. AJ comes back in with a phenomenal forearm. And AJ for the championship. Oh, that was a big mistake for Bryan. Cover. It cost him. No, not yet, AJ. Not able to walk out your new undisputed WWE champion as Bryan kicks out from the phenomenal forearm. But look at the blood on the canvas, I believe, from both superstars who are leaving it all out there, putting all their blood, sweat and tears into this undisputed WWE championship main event clash. And now it's Bryan with the yes kicks to the crowd, counting along with them. Here live in MetLife Stadium as there's that one right upside the top of the head. Bryan now shooting the half hook in the leg, shoulder down to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. 2 count and 3. No! AJ still alive. AJ's resiliency almost outmatched, man. One of the more resilient stars on the roster, such as the likes of Sami Zayn and Io Sky and more others. Right now it's AJ hanging on that time, went for a back suplex, landing on his feet. Then the schoolboy Styles for the title. Styles for the title. There's 2. No, Bryan kicking out. Oh man, so close yet so far away as AJ and Bryan continue to collide in this championship hustle tonight. Bryan, going after the leg, kicking out to the knee of Styles. But Bryan down and out, favouring his neck. Both men around crucial point of this main event WWE Championship matchup at SummerSlam. Bryan the first one to his feet. AJ Styles slowly getting up, and now Bryan going to transition into the submission. The yes lock, the no lock, the bear lock, whatever the hell you want to call it. It could be the lock that gives Daniel Bryan the victory against Styles in your main event in order to retain his undisputed WWE Championship. Styles in trouble, nowhere to go. Center of the ring, no ropes to save him. Charles Robinson right there to see if Styles will tap or pass out to the pin, and if he does, Bryan will retain the undisputed WWE Championship tonight in your main event, resulting in Styles losing 2 back-to-back title main events at SummerSlam. And AJ gonna fade out again, somehow getting out of that submission predicament. And it was AJ Styles, look at that! Big time inside going right upside the top of the head. Now it's AJ Styles, phenomenal blitz combination offense, big time clothesline by AJ. Bryan's done. AJ springboard 415 splash. And AJ Styles is gonna do it. He's going to capitalise on a second undisputed WWE Championship victory. Styles, pop up, Styles, clash to Bryan. Cover, shoulders down, pinning predicament. There's Tony J. No, Bryan kicks out. He's kicked out of a normal Styles clash. He pop up one and a phenomenal forearm. How much more can he survive? There's another styling DDT by AJ. Going after the leg of Bryan. Went for another pop-up Styles clash, I assume. Bryan right there to stop him. Bryan with a forearm. Bryan overhead. Belly to belly throw by D-Bry that time. And again, it's both men are down. How the hell are these guys fading tonight? What a main event. One for the ages tonight at SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Championship of the World. Of the SmackDown brand. The blood stains on the canvas tell the entire story of this war of attrition for the championship of the blue brand. Is Bryan again with them kicks to the chest of AJ Styles and BAM! Right on the top of the head of the phenomenal one. Bryan out the corner now for the second time in the matchup, looking to win it, looking to walk out champion, and there's the running knee. Bryan to retain, he's going to do it right here. No, wait a minute, he's not done with him, and a little bit of lock again. Got the arm and got the crossface, but AJ had a spoon underneath the bottom rope, and the veteran instinct and ring awareness not exactly coming into play if you're Daniel Bryan, but right now wrestling them back down on the canvas, away from the ropes, down the centre of the ring and backhand to the labello. Nowhere for Styles to go. Centre of the ring, John Robinson right there to see if he'll tap it or pass out through the pin, and if he does, he will fail in back-to-back consecutive SummerSlam main event title matches. Bryan's got it, that's it. No choice for Styles to tap out. Bryan does it again. What a great champion he's turned out to be. That was as clean as a whistle. Well, there you have it, man. In the other two matches, Bryan cheated a little bit to hang on to his title, but he done that fair and square, resulting in AJ Styles' consecutive SummerSlam main event defeat and a championship matchup, and this time he was unable to gain his championship back that he lost last year in the main event of SummerSlam Night 2. What a hell of a main event though, as AJ and Bryan went back and forth tonight in a banger matchup and a banger show all round on SummerSlam Night 1. As this was the closing moment, Styles no choice but to tap out to the bell lock again. Bryan is still the champ. I'm sorry to undermake Mr. Mike Rome, the ring announcer, who's announcing Daniel Bryan, who's still your champion. But what a matchup, what a show it's been on Night 1 of SummerSlam, and what a main event, and what a Night 1. Join us for Night 2 tomorrow for SummerSlam.